Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try to run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afrodamus Report. I'm your host, Afrodamus. I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Afrodamus Report. And as you can hear in the words, in this song, one of the lines that I love so much, I don't know if some people even listen, if people listen to the lines. He said, as the world moves on. And that brings us to maybe the world have moved on, right? But there is certain segment of African people who don't want to move on into the future. So we're going to talk about racism today. I know most of you that's been following this channel, you know my stance on quote unquote racism. I know many of you disagree with my take on saying there is no such thing as racism, sexism, blackism, homophobism, Islamophobism, deadbeat dadism, all those isms. At the end of the day, it's about good versus evil. I believe this. It's not about the color, because you see, people like to make excuses. They like to come up with, you know, um, they make excuses based on a certain era, because we all understand the history of, for instance, quote unquote, intercontinental slavery. Humans, you must know, humans have always been enslaving one another. Even today, it's happening. But it depends on how you describe it. People move on, people change things. So they do different things. So when you have leverage over a certain group of people, once they catch on, for instance, imagine the reason why they were able to successfully, enslave blacks in America, Africans in America. It doesn't mean that, they are less than. No, because you see, if the white man or whoever, any color, you have a plan, you have your plantation, You don't plan on, like you can't work that plantation on your own. I mean, I'm just trying to give you guys the logic over here. So some people decided that, okay, we're going to sell other human beings. So you bought this individual. Imagine humans, when whatever they spend money on, I mean, it's this sense of I own it because you bought it. Imagine arguing with your car. People don't want to hear this, but that's what happened. So eventually, when, like, if you want to use humans, for instance, to try to reduce them to just merely a tool, it's not going to work. As we, if you read, you will understand. So obviously, it didn't work. So at some point, it creates like an animosity, which at one point, like the white plantation owners who saw who saw the blacks as their own. It's not all white people, but the ones that owned it. You have to remember, back in those days, during those times, it's about the plantation. Guess who were the expert farmers? You guessed it right, West Africans. So the skills was needed. So it's not like they were buying humans to use them for sacrifices or stuff like that. No, basically what it is they have vast land plantation, which is America, Jamaica. All these places were just plantations. White Europeans were making money. So they need people to work it. So who, I mean, you can't, I mean, imagine these places were not developed at all. They were straight up plantation. And they didn't have any sort of technology as we know today, like machines, to try to, get it to what it is today. So they brought Africans in. So as time goes on, these Africans are like, hey man, no, you can't just use me as a tool. You see, the only way they were able to dominate the Africans, language barrier, they already had plans. They brought them in a strange land. But remember, at some point, that land will not remain a strange land forever. You know, forever. It won't remain that, as we know. So, people that saw you, you're all human, but they didn't see you as human. But you prove to them that you're human. Some are going to have animosity, they're going to go against you. So, you got to use common sense. They're going to try to demean you, reduce you to nothing. I mean, which is in the long run, that's what the quote unquote racism word is. You're not treated that way because of your skin color, because, you are part of a group of people who at one point, and still most places are still able to get free labor from Africans, since Africans don't know what to do with their labor. So we've heard the blacks American, the blacks who eventually, like the Africans that came to America eventually became the blacks, right? They became the blacks. And the blacks have cried racism. They've cried about equality. I've done many videos here about the blacks and their victimhood, trying to shame the white man. But today, the blacks are the ones on the hot seat. Renee said two Africans created that skit. Yeah, Renee, is very interesting that it is a skit, but a YouTuber, African YouTuber, gave his take on it. And this is coming from a place of the conversations that we always have, how people think. This is more like, are all skin folks kin folks? Because many people There are Africans who have bought into this history to try to pretend like all skin folks have the same history. I've had these debates with people, but no. So I have a video here. I'm going to show you guys the video in a minute, whether it's a skit or not. But an African YouTuber who lives in America obviously have something sitting in his chest that he wants to express. There are many Africans who even, like they're in their place watching MSNBC, CNN, they've swallowed the racism narrative. They think they are on the same page with the blacks, you know? Like many blacks believe in this racism thing. We come from a tribal place. The blacks have an excuse, which is, they have been treated differently based on their skin color. Me personally, I'm just telling you right now, I've never been treated different because of my tribe. That's not how I grew up. I didn't grow up with that type of baggage. So when I interact with people, it's about spirit. If you're evil, you're just a mean spirited people. That's just how I look at it. Because when people are evil, they are not happy with who they are, they can hate you. They can come up with any kind of excuses. They can base it off of your skin color, they can base it off of your height, what your hair looks like, how you talk. I mean, it's just humans. I happen to know this because maybe I pay close attention to people. Is victimhood pretending to be a victim? Is there a certain type of black ethnic group that this is deeply embedded in their DNA? Because every time I do the research, I hear this victimhood coming from one region of Africa. I don't know many Africans who embrace or try to shame people, to twist, you know, um, any type of conversation to superficial things. So I am going to do an honest take on this video here. Um, this is why I've always asked the question when these quote unquote pan Africans, oh, these blackity black people, they're like, oh, the Africans don't want to unite. And I ask them, what is the unity going to be based off of? Like, do I have to embrace your take on how, quote unquote, maybe you admire white people, you are obsessed with them. So therefore, whatever white people do, you feel inferior. You can never be happy. I can subscribe to that. But the blacks are not the only ones that subscribe to this. There are some Africans, maybe over time living in the Western world, they've become indoctrinated. They have a lot in their chest they want to let out. So today we're going to analyze this video, which I suspect that's what is happening. Let me do my disclaimer and then we're gonna get right into this video. And as usual, I would stop in between and, you know, give my take as we go. So we're going to find out if this is racism or not. Because if racism is about skin color, can a black American be racist to an African person or vice versa? So that's what I'm going to uncover here today. Let me do my disclaimer and we will get right into it. All right. So let us get right into it. Here we go. So this video is coming from a corporate junkie who's a Nigerian in the United States. He saw this video, and whether it's a skit or not, but he gave his opinion, and it makes me wonder, is there a lot of Africans that live in America after some time they've become disgruntled? They've become disgruntled to a point they have to give their 2 cents. Are all skin folks kinfolks? Is everything about racism? Well, let us find out. Let's hear from the corporate junkie, and I'll give my take.
Hey everyone, thank you all for joining me today. It's your boy, CJ. Okay, so I want to talk about this video that I came across. Once in a while, I feel like I have to address these types of video because it's a stark reminder that all that is skinfolk is in kinfolk. And I want you to take a look at a very upsetting video.
So I want you guys to remember this. He is saying, he's using a Black American lingo. Not all skin folks are kinfolks. So let's find out what he really means. Do Africans believe in skin colorism or tribalism? Like, what is it? So for me, I'm going to deal with this based in example form. When you see things, how do you analyze it? How do you avoid escalating things? So let's go.
Of a Black American falsely accusing an African of stealing at a Walmart.
So he said a Black American accuses an African of stealing from a Walmart. So let us hear this video if that's what we would find out.
I want you to take a look at this and we'll have a good conversation about this.
Sir? Hey. Stealing. I think I wasn't going to catch him. What are you doing, sir? Do you have your receipt?
Didn't you see me with a receipt, sir?
I just want to make sure, man. You look like you were up to no good, and we don't play that in my store.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious, sir.
Can you take a look at my receipt?
Let me see this.
So you notice. So if you live in the United States and you've been to Walmart, when you're coming out of the Walmart, you show your receipt and they check, make sure everything is good. Today, people steal at Walmart quite a bit, quite a lot. Okay, so far what I've seen is he wants to see the guy's receipt. So we are not in racist territory yet because they are all Black. Let's continue.
Open the bag, please. Open the bag.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay, you check out, man. Listen, you look like you were up to no good, and we don't play that around here.
So you actually thought that I will come to steal here?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Yes, I do.
Why did you think I was stealing?
So mind you, checking receipts is part of Walmart protocols. If this guy is a security, he hasn't done anything wrong. He checked his receipt, he checks his bag, and he's like, everything is good. The guy should have just left, right? But he wants to know why you think I would steal. That's ego kicking in. Who cares what he thinks? You've checked out, you should have left. Why even waste your time? But let us go.
Because you were walking around only for one item, man? You could have gone to the gas station for that. Why'd you have to come to Walmart?
No, you actually stopped me because of my collar.
Boom. You notice. The African guy now, he's the one that introduced color into this. So as usual, So black people, the blackity black people, the victimhood black people do the same. So he, mind you, he introduced color. He introduced color. But let's go.
You think I'm a black person, so I could probably be a thief.
I'm the same color, man. But I don't care.
Exactly.
You look
That's why
like.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, but you look like you're up to no good, man. I know your kind. I've seen you around
So
before.
you think our people are up to no
It's not
good.
our people, man. It's your people. My people are here at Walmart.
So you make it worse.
So, did you catch what the black American said? He said, because he's like, so this guy, the African guy, is fishing to base it off of racism. So we're learning two things here. You guys have seen the videos that I've done where black American blacks would play victimhood. So the African is fishing for victimhood over here. He introduced color. The black guy, the FBA security guard, never said anything about his skin color. He never said anything about it. And when he said to him, he said, no, I'm not your people, your people, right? He said, my people are here at Walmart. So again, the African is the one thinking skin color. When he said, my people are at Walmart, meaning he is loyal to Walmart. He's saying he is loyal to Walmart. The guy's playing skin color game. The Walmart employee is just doing his job. And you are going to run into a bunch of people like that, where especially ex-military guys, they don't care that you're black or not. You know, these guys are about their task. He checked your receipt, you know, just move on. But this guy is making it all, he's saying just because the security is black, he is black, the guy should not check his receipt. I mean, that's what I'm gathering over here. Sure, maybe the security guard is not the best communicator, but he hasn't done anything wrong so far. So let's go.
My people, Africans.
Yes.
I'm just like you, bro.
You're nothing like me. We're nothing alike, so don't even compare us.
Bro.
Hey, I checked your receipt. You're good. Now get out of here.
You should be very ashamed of
Before I
yourself.
call the cops, man.
You see,
Do you want problems?
You're the reason why.
Hey, you're gonna stop talking to me like that, okay? Take your receipt and get on out of here. Get on out of here.
It's sad.
You got to the count of three.
Everybody
1,
talking about you
2,
guys and us. Now
3.
you're showing it.
So who recorded this? That's what I want to know. So it's not even, guys, let me tell you something. Even if this is a skit, I want, you guys are about to hear a messed up take on this situation. This tells you people how they think about this. They would blow it out of proportion. I'm just giving you an honest take. You know, most of you are in your feelings. Like when you go to these stores nowadays, you see security. In my part of town, Walmart have always had people at the door to check your receipts. If they ask you for your receipt, you don't need to bend out of shape, you know. And I don't understand why, you know, just because the security guard is a black person, you know, you get offended that a black person is asking you for the receipt. Like what the hell? Like, I mean, I'm just letting you guys know so you don't put yourself in this predicament. He wants to tell the security guard about how he should be ashamed. Like, dude, you don't pay this guy's check. He already told you you're not his people. He said his people are Walmart because Walmart pays his bills. According to this video, who do you think his loyalty will be to? Walmart. So the whole time, the African guy here, he is the one invoking race. He's the one basing it on identity. You know, the security guard is letting you know he don't care. You could be as white as snow. He will check your receipt. His loyalty is to Walmart, and you know, which is a fact. Look, Walmart hired him. So don't go into these places in your feelings. You see a black security guard, so some of you, it's your own ego because you come with your own rules, thinking, oh, if this black guy, because already you've bought into the lie that, oh, they just follow you because you're black. When we see majority, most of the time, I've seen this with my own eyes, 2 eyes. Well, a lot of the people that steal from stores, I've seen white people, but I've seen a lot of black people as well. So who knows a black person more than a black person? So if he was super offended, you trying to tell this guy he should be ashamed, what's that gonna do? So when the guy said, "You're not my people are at Walmart," you should know it's not about race at that point. Yeah, you don't like, how he approached you, sure. But hey, he's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. I'm just telling you facts. So here we go.
No, I don't care. You're going to have to get out of here.
Here.
Sir, go. Sir, have a nice day.
You should be very ashamed of yourself.
This motherfucker come in our store stealing. We'll follow you out. Make sure you don't do nothing else, man.
So do you guys think the FBA is a race soldier? Well, I'll wait for it when people call in. But hey, he's doing his job, man. He never said anything about race. So let's be real about that.
Okay, so
So now, let us hear what this guy's take is going to be. Okay? If it wasn't even an FBA, we would still break it down. But let's hear his take on it.
Let's talk about that, because there were a lot of things in that video that were very disturbing, and I want to address this. And it's a very shameful thing when you see one of your own, one who look like you in terms of skin color, do the things that those who don't look like us, who have a different skin color, do to us also. I mean, why have any enemies when you have friends like that? Huh? It's an amazing thing when you see that type of display. It's a thing that happens every day that is almost never talked about, because we're all in this whole delusion of let's unite and preach unity. And that is good. See, I'm all about unity. I'm all about uniting. I'm all about making sure that our people are spoken for. But then the reality again is, then there are people within our same skin color who don't like themselves and they don't like Africans. I want to start off, before I go further, by saying that African brother, I was so impressed with the way he handled himself. I was so impressed.
So did you guys see what he pulled over here? He's doing the FBA thing. You know how FBAs bait white people into trying to paint them as racist? He started saying things like, oh, it's shameful. A brother can do this to brother. A brother? So maybe this mentality can even, this is what contributed to Africa's backwardness, like as far as development. Because you're saying, okay, this is a brother, so he shouldn't do his job. He shouldn't do his job? Okay. So let's hear him out.
With the way he conducted himself. The look on his face alone tells the whole story. Because anyone in his shoes will be dark shocked that another fellow black person is accusing a black person of stealing. You see, this is the type of thing.
He didn't accuse them. He checked his receipt and the bag. Do you guys see how people create this quote-unquote racism story? He changed the story to saying, because I want you guys to see how people come up with, they change things to saying it's racism. So even black on black is still racism. So, I'll let you guys hear him out, and I'll open the line and you guys tell me what your take is on this.
That black people in this country, I've often been angry at when white people accuse them of that. This is the same thing that black people say, that when they go to the store, they get eyes on them. People are watching them. They accuse white folks of this. They accuse Indian store owners of this. They accuse Asian store owners of this. And it's a thing that they fight against in this country. That they're always.
Do you guys not think he is wrong about painting that one security guard doing his job, attributing it to every black person? Mind you, that guy, it's not like he is some guy named Tyrone. He just came volunteering and say, you know what? I'm hunting these Africans. Let me catch him for you. Even if it's a skit, if you've been to Walmart or Costco or all the stores, they check everybody. They check everybody. But the reason why I'm bringing it, like Chukwu said, Afridamos, if the roles were reversed, would FBAs feel the same about being questioned? Yes. Yes, they would say the Africans are being tribalist, they tap dancer. Yeah, maybe the black person would say the same thing. But I'm trying to give you the honest take. How this has been blown out of proportion. You've seen this even with the racism that black people talk about.
Stereotype anytime they go anywhere by people who aren't like them. To now find a black person, do this to another black person, it's a shocking and bizarre thing. It's a shameful thing that it's a reality of what we live and are faced with in this country. You heard him say, I'm not like you. You're not my people.
Yes. He also did say we're both black. He said, no, what he meant by that, the people that come to Walmart to steal, he's saying, he clearly said, you're not my people. My people are at Walmart. Meaning, come on. Is this a cultural thing or what is it? He did not mean it in terms of, he's talking about the people at Walmart, meaning he is part of the Walmart group and is them, the Walmart employees, versus the people that come in and steal. Guys, come on, man. Those of you that are watching, be honest. You guys know clearly that's what the guy meant. But this is what victimhood looks like, fishing for people to say these type of things. And unfortunately, it makes you look bad. So here we go.
When the African brother says, we're the same skin color. So, we're not the same. We're not my people. My people are here at Walmart. This is what you're...
Sir, yes. Meaning, that's where he works. So his loyalty is to Walmart. That's who writes his check. But continuing.
Getting from those who call themselves Black Americans. Okay, so let me make sure I am clear. Let me make sure I am clear. I want you to understand that even while I am going to discuss some things here that might be very, very hard for some people to hear, let me be clear that our people who are African Americans are our people and they will always be my.
But why is he forcing to say the Black Americans are our people? So, just like I would say to the blacks, FBA, the man is doing his job. Like, what are you upset at? If you don't like the way he spoke to you, there are ways to handle that. Plain and simple. But we gotta be honest, the man is the African guy that introduced race into it. So let's go.
My people. You almost will not find these types of behavior from African Americans. See, I've always often said that African Americans are my people. Because if you carry the name African American, what that says essentially is you identify with your African root. That whole thing is heavy in terms.
So you see, I know why this guy is upset. This is what the Africans need to stop. Like for me, if you notice the blacks who say they are Indians or whatever, you just accept it and have discussion with them. Why try to force them to? Oh, just because their roots is from Africa, he's doing his job. I mean, that's what Walmart pays him for, guys. I'm just trying to help you guys get out of your feelings. Okay? Tyrone is like Walmart is paying him. You think he, even if his mama comes over there, look, he's checking her receipt. No hard feelings, guys. Like, hey, it's nothing personal. That's his job, man. Okay? That's his job. Do you guys know how many, like, people, the guy that he stopped, do you know how many people look like him that steal from Walmart? And now all of a sudden you guys are over here pretending like, oh no, they don't steal. Why do you think they got those securities at the door? Why? Oh, so you want to come and mesmerize the security guard talking about, oh, we all black. I say black people that don't steal. In fact, the darker they are, the more likely they would steal. I'm just saying. I'm not stereotyping, but this security guard, he had a lot of, experience in this. Okay? So when you start sitting here crying, like corporate junkie, this guy, he is using it. Just like usually FBA would do it, guys, let's just be real. FBA would do the same thing and run with it. Okay? So, guys, please make sure you hit the like, and we get a lot more people here to come and listen to nothing but the facts.
In terms of it carries a lot of weight. When you are calling yourself, I'm talking about people who were born in this country now, right? People who were born in the United States, who identify as African American. These are the ones who are proud to connect with the African roots. They're proud to connect with other Africans from the continent. They are proud of it. Now, once in a while, they'll make fun, but ultimately, they don't have hate or maliciousness against their African brothers and sisters on the continent. So those ones are proudly my people, and I'll always speak for them. The ones that I don't call my people are the ones who go around calling themselves Black Americans.
But they are Black Americans. What is this guy talking about? They are Black Americans. You see? I mean, guys, I think sometimes people just blow things out of proportion. Are the blacks the only ones that play the victim card? I'm beginning to see that it's more and more Africans are playing the victim card. And I'm seeing crybabies in the chat already. Oh, Afridamus, we can't believe, you don't think, that black security guard is a black race soldier, FBA race soldier. Hey, might be so. I don't know if at night he put on his kente cloth, hood, riding a horse, burning across in African people's yard. I don't have proof. But all I'm saying is I'm just laying it out as far as what I see in real life. Okay? As far as what I see in real life. And the Kyo said, I hope you put yourself in that category because you are dark Afridamus. Look, the Kyo, you have to understand the way I dress. In fact, when I go to the stores, this is the thing. I don't shop at places like Walmart. Why would I be shopping at places like that? I shop at rich white people areas. Because one thing, the security is careful to talk to you a certain kind of way. They see you, black guy, you don't shop at these broke white stores where any Joe Blow can go to. They don't understand. Maybe they're like, nah, this guy, nah, there's no way he would be doing such a thing. I don't shop in areas where they have, raggedy looking people. I dress nice. So I don't wear like a bunch of colorful stuff. You gotta look around you. When you go to places, pay attention. If you look in these big stores, sometimes just go to Walmart, walk around, pay attention, and on the aisles, and look at the people who tend to steal. They wear very colorful clothings. That's right. So if you don't even have a style, you're dressing like the people who would more than likely steal. If I, not being a security at these places, I'm able to observe that. Imagine the security. Imagine how many people he's caught, that dark-skinned people wearing the same type of baseball hat and, that polka dot bunch of colors on their shirt and pants. Imagine that. So I'm just here to try to help you. But people are all up in their feelings. Oh, Afridamus, oh, you are dark too. That's right. But you see, I don't go to Walmart. If I want to go to Walmart, I don't need to. I can just have one of those delivery grocery people. I can send them to Walmart to go over there and get me what I need. Or I can shop online. You see? So this is why you don't hear me tell you stories that I'm dealing with this. And in fact, I've just noticed if too many black people shop somewhere, I tend to avoid that place. It means their goods are cheap. So let us continue here.
Because that whole identity is shrouded in exactly what we saw in that video. Anti-African. Because why else would you call yourself a black American if it's not to say that I am not from Africa? The delusion. If it's not to say I'm not one of these kinfolk. If it's not to try to appease or signal to your white master, hey, don't treat me like them Africans or them African Americans. We're not the same. I was born in this country. I am an American. I have no association with black Africans. Those are the ones that I don't call my people. That is.
But sir, but that is true though. Like, I mean, let's not gaslight the blacks. Like 1 minute we say they are not Africans, another minute, I mean, come on, bro. They are Americans. Let's just get out of our feelings and call a spade a spade. They are Americans. Okay? The blacks are being tricked into adopting the African American label so that they can strip them of being American. So if you, as an African, you're getting all up in your feelings because the blacks don't identify as you, you've heard the blacks. The blacks don't like bushmeat, even though some of their people eat raccoons and possums. They don't think that's bushmeat or deer. Okay? But, I mean, besides that, the blacks are Americans. That's right. Like, yeah, I mean, like, my thing is, I don't want to gaslight the blacks. 1 minute we over here say, oh, we don't want the blacks to colonize Africa. But now, all of a sudden, the blacks are our people. Come on, y'all. Guys, look, am I getting this wrong? Like, if I'm getting it wrong, tell me. Please, don't feel shy. Oh, here we go. Antnam said, dark-skinned man with dreads and beads. Walmart is number one suspect. Look, that's fine. That is if I go in there physically. Isn't that correct? Walmart. What do I look like physically going to Walmart to shop? Didn't you hear what I just said? I mostly shop in rich white areas. That's what I do. I'm not like, I'm not, look, I'm not even ashamed about that. Because some of you, you know, oh, he a tap dancer. Oh, this is why I live a very peaceful life. You think I got time to be going to Walmart? Do you think I have that time? So I'm just trying to help you, my African brothers. Step up your game. Stop going to these Walmart places. Get Instacart. Get them to deliver your groceries. If you can't afford to go to the white stores, that's all I'm telling you. So here we go.
The example of what you saw in that video. And then this same person in that Walmart will go to a 7-Eleven and be outraged that an Indian did the exact same thing to him at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, here we go. You see, he's now projecting onto the guy. 7-Eleven. So, have you guys remember I was telling you guys, do you remember I told you guys when you're driving, even if your gas is low, you know, there are certain places you don't stop at. 7-Eleven is one of them. 7-Eleven is for the poor people. Okay? That's where the homeless people hang around. That's where people that steal, they hang around. People that shoot people, they hang around. So this is more like a poor, destitute people's problem. But now they want to base it off of race. Avoid these places. Guys, have you guys ever heard me come over here and tell you a story of how they did something to me at a 7-Eleven? Because I do not go to 7-Eleven. Especially if the 7-Eleven is in Martin Luther King Boulevard. It don't matter what state in America. Avoid it. Look, you might not like what I'm saying, but I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I'm driving by, you know, you see, especially, you know, you drive by 7-Eleven, you see people, you know, some black chick pumping her gas in her Nissan Altima. Avoid that. Okay? Avoid that. But look, truly, let's get back to the story. This is not about me. But clearly, so the guy over here, now he is accusing that black security guy as saying, oh, he's gonna go to 7-Eleven. So he thinks that's where black people shop. You think black people shop at 7-Eleven? Please, corporate junkie, don't tell me you get your chicken wings and hot dog from 7-Eleven. Yeah, I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, Afridamus, how do you know they sell that over there? Yeah, back in the days when I used to be a youngster, yeah, I hang around 7-Eleven. That's how that's I used to hang around 7-Eleven and McDonald's, okay? That's how I know these things. But let's continue.
This same one will go on the streets and chant Black Lives Matter, right? This same one, when a white person at a gas station stereotypes him the same way he just did an African person, this same one will call the activists, the lawyers, the ones we've seen on TV, to come to their rescue and say, hey, I am being racially profiled. I'm being negatively profiled because of my skin color. These same ones will play that card real quickly when someone of another race does exactly.
Guys, can the blacks and Africans really just stop it and just accept that, you know, they are the same people, their behavior is so much alike? Like, how did a receipt, asking to look at someone's receipt, escalate to now it's about race stuff? Like, I mean, Are you guys kidding me? I mean, am I wrong? Why am I, guys, don't tell me I'm the only one seeing this like this. The corporate junkie is very, very upset. He's very upset at this. Okay? So, guys, do you not see, how can you blame me? How can you blame me for not going to these places? How can you blame me for being around all white people place? Do you know why I'm able to speak on racism? Because I'm usually around all white people place. I don't have problems. But they ask you for a receipt at Walmart, you are upset. Come on, bro. Who you playing? At Walmart, that's where all this stealing happens. Let me tell you the number one places, because I live in a big city, right? Where did stealings take place? Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Target. In fact, I made sure I live in an area. Do you know the distance between me and Walmart? It would take me 25 miles to drive to go to a Walmart. Do you see me going to a Walmart? No. So you Africans, my people, like some of you like to say, step your game up. Exactly, GOG. Home Depot is another place. Home Depot is another place where people steal. Okay? And I know some people are going to be like, oh, the Africans don't steal. Okay, back in the days, this was a while back, you know, I was a youngster. I had a Ford, Escort. They don't make those cars anymore. Ford Escort, a little Ford Escort. And this guy, he called me, he's African. I wouldn't name names. He was like, hey, yo, bro, can you give me a ride to Ross? I was like, okay. So I drove him. We went to Ross, and he's like, yeah, he's doing a little shopping whatsoever. And then so we went, we got in my car. Guys, what did I see? He stole some jeans from the store. I don't know how he even, but he doubled them. So in my car, he started stripping it, and then from that day on, I told him straight up, I'm never giving you a ride. You know why? Let's say they saw him, we get caught, and he was caught in my car, then I become an accomplice. A lot of you don't learn that. And like, yes, I'm sure you guys would have called me a snitch, but if he got caught, I would have snitched on him no time. I would say I just gave him a ride. I thought he was coming here to buy, but now look, the jeans, I saw him pull it out. He did it. No waste of time. But that guy, one thing he have in common with some of these black people that complain, they don't like security guards. Because he likes to steal. But he's African. But some of you would say, oh no, Africans don't steal. That security guard did his job. Here we go.
Exactly the same thing to him or her. I think that brother should be ashamed of himself. I think anyone who thinks like that should be ashamed of himself. There are so many things he said in that clip that is so upsetting that I don't even want to repeat it, because they're exactly the same thing that they fight against in this country. To have a people who have fought or come from an ancestral background, right, of people who fought to be taken seriously, to be seen as human beings, to be treated equally, who rode on the backs of African American legends, African American legends who pioneered civil rights, who fought for the freedom.
Guys, do you not see where this is going? Wow. How did he went all the way to Martin Luther King? I bet you this guy is about to quote us Frederick Douglass. Like he's about to quote us the first slave. Or just, I mean, bro, like it's not that serious. It's just a Walmart stop. Just a Walmart stop. The man's doing his job. In fact, this man might even get employee of the month for the good job he did over there. But you see how this African are trying to hate on this black American for doing his job, for trying to become the top flight security. And now they want to accuse the man of being a racist. So just the same way, I call out like when some of these blacks, they get caught stealing at the store and then they accuse the white man of being racist. It's just the same thing. Not that this guy was stealing, but like, how did we get to all the black American pioneers? I mean, like, exactly, George. Like, we went from receipt leading to Harriet Tubman. Like, this guy want to talk about Booker T. Washington. I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, it's just a receipt check. That's all. Why you gotta talk about, Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King, the first pioneers. I mean, this guy might even talk about the Pilgrims. I mean, let's continue.
That every man and woman enjoys in the United States, no matter what their skin color is today. African American greats who stood against these types of prejudice, these types of stereotype, to have their descendant do this against their own.
Sir, you do realize that security guard is not from the Igbo tribe or the Yoruba tribe, right? Why are Africans doing this? When the blacks say, oh, we want to go to Africa, now they we do the test on the blacks, like, are you Yoruba or Igbo? Let's do tribal tests on you. Let's because we want to make sure you ain't about to come up over there and pull a Liberia or maybe a drive-by shooting, because you know how you blacks do it. Okay, so but now the blacks are a brother. Africans, why are you guys doing this after so many videos I have made about people adopting this victimhood mindset? Why are people doing this? I'm just trying to bring peace. I want people to unite based in truth. But just because your receipt is checked at Walmart, you don't have to hate the guy. Hey, that's the rule at Walmart, man. At Walmart or Costco, oh yeah, your receipt's getting checked, bro. I'm sorry. That's the rules over there. They want to make sure you ain't about to walk out with stuff you didn't pay for. Ain't no hard feelings, This is nothing personal. You gotta pay for stuff. I mean, yeah, that's how they do it over there. So now you got your receipt checked. Now you want to talk about Harriet Tubman. This is some crazy stuff. But here we go.
And you know what's funny about it is that when we talk about these things and call it out, you will find people that will come to my platform and say, you're preaching disunity, because these are the same people who will never want anyone to.
Sir, we cannot unite based in lies. Just like I tell the blacks. I mean, what's there to, I mean, okay. So you saying if your receipt get checked, now all of a sudden the person's blackness is not all the way true and true? I mean, come on, man. Like, you see what black people do to each other? You see this? He's making that security guard's job harder. You see? Maybe, just maybe, if you cooperate and don't create problems, he could get Employee of the Month. That could give him a gift card. Even if it's not like a continuous raise, he can get a gift card. But oh no, you're all up in your feelings. If it's a white person, you would have accused them of racism. But now they brought you black, you still accuse them of racism. All skin folks and king folks. Salon Boy said, Afridamus, don't be ridiculous. The brother is not going to drive to Walmart to steal a pint of milk. Look, Salon Boy, you don't know that. I mean, you don't know the guy. This is the thing. It's like you don't know what he would steal. Look, here's my principle. We would assume that you would steal until we prove otherwise. I mean, I hate to tell you, but I mean, that is wearing, a lot of people that steal milk do wear those type of hats. Do you blame the security guard? I don't. Here we go. Stop wearing baseball.
To expose this, and they'll come up here and tell me that I'm preaching disunity when I speak and expose these types of things. See, I'm not about uniting with anyone who call themselves Black American. I'm not about doing that. I'm all about uniting with those who want to unite with the body. But those who are calling themselves Black Americans, right? Because that whole thing is shrouded, again, I said, is shrouded in anti-African rhetoric, anti-African behavior. You saw it in that video. I don't delude myself because I've lived long enough and I know there are people who have a hate in their spirit and it's not going to change. Right?
Guys, let's be real. Did the security guard anything about Africans? But now he's saying this is anti-African. I mean, what I got it from the security guard, and I know people like that. Trust me, I know plenty of black people. These guys from the military. I'm telling you, if they are security or they are like the cops, they don't really give a damn if you're blue black. Like these guys are you like just getting. He got a job to do. His job is to check receipts. I mean, he don't care black, white, blue, or green. He is checking you. Why are you, some of you people, acting like you don't know the rules? That's what the rules are. Yeah. I told you guys, I used to have in prison before, in the prison. And there's always some dusty black trying to tell me I'm tap dancing because I, stealing extra cookie from the. Oh, you doing the white man job. I'm like, but are you supposed to have this cookie though? Nah, but you just being an Uncle Tom. I'm like, sir, don't get me like this down as a weapon that I caught you with a weapon. Do you dare me? I would count for you to disappear before I write this cookie down as a weapon. It works every single time. Because I can just write the report and say the cookie was a weapon. And guess what? He would be charged with it. Trying to smuggle a weapon. So I'm just giving you a pass. I don't need you stealing extra cookies, trying to take it into general population and extorting stuff out of people. We don't need that stuff. So it's the same thing. So here we go.
It's the exact same same scenario where there are people in the Black American community who are hoping that skinheads, white supremacists, those who were part of the KKK would change. Imagine trying to change those ones. Imagine. Just think about it for a second. Imagine trying to change someone from the KKK group to see you, who is a black person, as an equal person with them. Good luck with that crusade. Good luck with that. And so I don't delude myself on that, because it's a reality now that we have, that there are people within the Black American group or people within the black group in the United States who have taken Africans, the fight to Africans, and are seen Africans as their enemy. You wouldn't find any one of these people. Ask them, what has an African person done to keep you in the perpetual poverty that you currently are in right now? Name me one thing. What policies has an African country done to you that's caused your demise in your country? Name me one. They wouldn't. But I bet you if you find an African and ask that same question, an African will tell you that these same people, if we want to go there, come from a country who exploit their country. These same ones, if you really want to go there, right, come from a country whose government and policies exploit Africa and they benefit from it. But we don't do that because we understand the struggles that African Americans and Black Americans, Black people in this country face is the same struggle that Black people in Africa face, no matter what part of the world they're in. So we as Africans don't go into pointing that whole finger, even though we have the rights and we're more entitled to having that rights if we wanted to, but we don't. We embrace our brothers and sisters from this side of the world. But you find this rhetoric. These are the same ones who call themselves ADOS and so-called FBAs, who are fighting so hard to be recognized, and no one cares and no one recognizes them. You wouldn't find any politician, anyone, that will make reference to ADOS or FBA. You wouldn't find, not unless you want to lose your office and lose vote. You won't find any of them. They don't identify with the group. They don't care for the group. They know what that group stands for. If you find a Kamala Harris or any Democratic elected candidate talk about Black people in this country, they often refer to them as African Americans. You wouldn't find any serious person stake their neck out to offend the Black community by using words like ADOS or FBA. What the hell is that? Right? So you have the pocket of those who have allowed themselves to be.
So do you guys see how he traveled from regular Black all the way to FBA? Guys, the link is in the chat. Hit the link. Come on through and join the conversation. Yeah, so now he went from Black American all the way to now FBA. So here we go.
And it's so sad. It really is. And I think it's also a good thing that we show these types of things out, because there are those of you who are from Africa who delude yourself that everyone who's skinfolk is kinfolk.
Sir, in Africa, people don't think in terms of skin color. This is a learned behavior. Okay? It's a learned behavior.
There are many of you from Africa who are not aware of that type of prejudice from people that look like you, because you don't live here. And it's okay. It makes sense. It makes sense.
All right. Just hang tight. Let me bring in the panel. I want to welcome the panel in. Welcome to the Afrodamus Report. We got Nigerian first, Ja Ola. Nigerian first. What do you want to add onto this? Like, why do you think we should encourage Africans to, start being the new victim class?
Afrodamus, we need to be honest. The guy you just played his video actually is doing the same thing that you are doing right now.
What am
Both
I
of you,
doing?
both of you are YouTube creator, content creator. Of course, you know it's going to spicing things up. You do this all the time. You are even doing it right now, trying to
So
spicing it up.
wait,
So
are
but
you
what?
accusing me? Wait, are you accusing me of being a race baiter?
Of course, you do that. What are you doing now? You are spicing the whole
No, no,
conversation
no,
up.
no. I am breaking. Look, here's
No,
the thing.
see.
You see,
You
guys,
are
do you
doing.
see what
Hold on. Let me
Nigerian
explain to
force is
you.
doing?
Let me explain
Hold
to
on.
you.
Wait a minute. Let me say this.
Okay.
See, you know, you guys see what Nigerian force is doing? Instead of tackling the reality, he is going to deflect and accuse me, just like that guy in the video. You guys remember Nigerian first never said this when I'm talking about the blacks accusing the white people, but let's let him,
The last time,
continue
the last time we
continue
had
to
a
accuse
conversation, I
me.
did the same thing. Okay, fine. You guys are doing. Both of you are doing the same. However, for what I saw on that video, that guy, if I need to be honest, I think he's new in America. Look at the way he looks. So he's a
No, he
new
doesn't
person.
sound like he's new.
No, it sounds because look the way he speaks. He can't even speak out. He's very look the way he dressed. Those shirts are like 500. I mean, a $5 shirt and trouser. So he looks like a newcomer in the this thing. When you, for example, in Nigeria, when you go to shop to buy things, people don't normally just start searching you if you steal something because most time they have cameras, so they look at what you are doing, what all customers are doing. So they don't just stop you. So when you watch that video, you kind of see that he was
No, but
he shocked. He was shocked.
Nigeria
Why?
first.
Yeah.
At those stores, Walmart, that's the rule. They check your receipt when you're leaving.
Maybe he doesn't know. So you look at the way
No, he knows. He
analyze the
sound like
video, the way he
he
respond. He
no,
was
he
like
sound
shocked.
like no, he trust me.
Mm,
That guy is not new in America. I can assure you.
okay.
His communication style. Oh yeah, he is not
Okay,
new
but
in America. He
no,
is very
it
well
doesn't.
versed
It
in
just
America.
sound like normal Africa. I think from his tune, it will be either from West Africa or
Oh,
from
he's definitely from West Africa. I'm
yeah.
guessing he's.
Or
I think he's from Nigeria.
no, it's not Nigeria. I would have known
You
immediately. It's
think
not.
you think he's Ghanaian?
He
It's
sound like
either
Ghanaian.
Nigeria. You think he's Ghanaian?
Yeah, it sound like Nigeria. If
But
it
you
was
see,
Nigeria,
The Ghanaians, they don't tend to play the race card.
no, I think it's a Ghana because if it was Nigeria, he would have he would have speak more louder and be loud the way he
No,
speaks.
not all Nigerians are loud.
No. See.
I've met,
No.
I've met
See.
very quiet
I am
Nigerians.
a quiet person, but if you accuse me like that, mostly when I don't steal something, I get mad, I get angry like that when you accuse me wrongly. I don't like it. You understand me? That's just my
Nigerian
personality. I'm a
first.
bit quiet.
Have you ever been to America?
No, I'm not. I have not.
I want you to visit America. I want you to come to America to see for
But
yourself.
that guy might be new, but because the way I look at the way he responded, but the way he was shocked that the guy was asking him for that kind of thing. Okay, you said one thing. Is it that like poor people are there? Poor people are the ones shopping in Walmart or what? Like you seem like you don't shop in Walmart, you shop at the rich people's place and all that.
Well, yeah, because you see, I don't go to places like that. I generally I live in areas where they're like the white people are riding bikes. We have like walking lanes, people playing tennis. It's like one of those nice quiet places where people are walking around with sipping, coffee. In fact, me, it's like, like when I'm in, it's like where we have parks. We don't really mingle with a lot of poor people. So generally when I see this, it's just yeah, I don't
Oh,
go to these places.
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. So
Uh,
when you go to these places where there's a lot of crackheads, druggies and stuff, you're gonna, they're gonna check you. They will have to check you. It's just a fact.
Okay, but see, when I actually watched that, I mean, corporate junkies video, most times I don't agree with him. Although I still understand that he's trying, like he's a content creator. I know what they normally do. They normally likes to, cause controversy where there's no controversy. So it's normal thing.
Okay, let's bring in Ja. Ja, welcome to the Afrodamus Report.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for bringing me up. I want to say what's going on to Nigerian First and Kerola. It's my brothers right there. But
Ja, what do you think about the FBA race soldier? Trying to put his knee on the neck of the African.
Of the African Judge Floyd.
yeah.
I think the video is kind of interesting. I don't think it's something like extraordinary or anything like that. I think sometimes some of the content creators can like take certain like small videos like that and kind of amplify it and create like to get like try to make it more polarizing than what it really is, honestly, because I didn't really think it was that serious, honestly.
So yeah, like in your part of the states, like around Boston, like when you go to like let's say Best Buy or these other places, like they don't check receipts or out there.
Yeah. They definitely do, but they don't do it all the time. It's just like a random kind of thing, right? So I'm thinking that maybe the African brother probably thought he was being targeted or something like that. But I mean, it's part of their job to check receipts or whatever, and they do it randomly. And I remember I've gotten my receipts checking, a few times. So actually, there was one time where I got my receipt checked, and it actually worked out for my benefit because I was pretty much overcharged for some items that I had.
Right.
And he just pretty much pointed out to me like, "Oh, you got overcharged, and to get your money back and stuff, or get an extra item or something." So it worked out for my favor. So I don't know, but I think I think the content creator is kind of like putting more into it than what it actually is. But I would also say about the security guard, right? I think this is why he kind of maybe took it as maybe a race thing or whatever, a FBA thing. I don't know, but the security guy said, "Oh, I'm nothing like you," and that was kind of an odd statement if you ask me.
No, but yeah, in the context of the conversation, right? Because because it's the African guy that brought race into it. The guy said, "No, I'm not like you," and that what I gathered there, he's not saying in terms of the guys talking about race, right? He said, "My people are at Walmart." Walmart, meaning he is on Walmart's team. Because he also did say we're the same race.
Nah, I don't think
so. It's not about skin color.
Yeah, I don't know. The part when he was saying like, "Oh, you're nothing like me," I didn't. That was an odd statement if you ask me. Like, I don't think he took it as, "Oh, I'm a Walmart employee and you're nothing like me."
Wait, do you think the Walmart?
So it's really hard to put a judgment. It's really hard to judge this video without more context.
Yeah. Do you think that guy, secretly know, like, that African in his mind was calling him a Akata? So he's like, y'all want to call us Akata? I'm about to show you who the real Akata is. He treated him like an Akata. Do you think?
So you're saying that you're saying maybe the security guard probably had like some preconceived, I guess.
No, he didn't come off. Yeah, maybe he's like, you all Africans want to call us Akata, So, but see, he didn't know.
I don't know.
It's African though. The guy invoked African. What I gathered when he said, "I'm not like you," meaning, because I don't know about your state, but around here, most of the time when you go to like Walmart, in the Walmart like parking lots, have like people that hang around there, like these hooligans,
right? Hooligans, junkies.
And these junkies is like, some of them are white, some are black. They're the same. They are friends. Like we see them together. They don't care about different race. So that's what I'm.
So you're saying maybe security guy probably thought the guy was like a junkie or something, or trying to
Yeah,
sell
like one of
something.
those people that because like people go to like.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say? Like, he probably seen him outside of the Walmart, probably before. So I don't know.
Furthermore, let me quickly
It's hard to
say
really
this.
judge.
I think he did it on purpose because let me tell you why.
Wow.
Because if it was genuine, we would have seen this video. It would have been normal conversation between the two. Because why will you record the whole thing?
No, but
Exactly.
that's cool. Like for their take, I'm thinking it's a skit. It's just
Yeah, me
the
too.
the mindset how corporate junkie jump into it. That's how Africans that when they see this, they're gonna take it as because a lot of Africans lately have been playing victimhood. They want to pull out the race card, and we can let that happen. But let's bring in Ola. Ola, welcome to the Afridamus report. Ola, are you there?
Yeah, Afridamus, man.
So Ola, do you think the security guard, the FBA, do you think he's a race soldier? He's profiling the African gentleman.
You see, that's a poor Ghana guy who have no money who met another poor security man.
You don't think he's Nigerian?
No, it's a poor Ghana guy. Nigeria shop in Louis Vuitton. In those areas, the lowest Nigeria go is Zara. So
Zongo, join the panel, Zongo.
both of them are poor. They talk. Okay, do you see that woman called Bibi Rodriguez? Also like that. Also go to Walmart to shop, buy t-shirts there, come to Afrodamus chat, talking nonsense. Bibi Rodriguez the same thing. So
wait, Kidola, so you saying that guy? I mean, I'm thinking he's either Nigerian or Ghanaian, but I mean, you are able to tell.
It's a Ghana guy.
He's a Ghana guy.
Yeah.
But why do you think he's accusing? What do you think? Do you think the FBA guy, from what I've explained, he's doing his job? At that store, Walmart, they check your receipt. Do you think he was wrong for checking his receipt?
The guy's pissed at him because the guy look poor. Buy milk. No, that good for this. The security guy. What's what the security guy said? He said, "I know you type of guy. You ain't no good." It's just a reaction.
Yeah.
The guy look dusty. So I don't know if it's black American guy said really. The guy that just doesn't really like him. If it's true, say,
so what do you think about corporate junkie being a Nigerian guy in the US? Do you think he already have animosity towards the blacks, and he's been biased towards the blacks? Because
who's the other that guy, that Nigeria podcaster?
Hear this one. Wait, hear this part.
What you're seeing on TV mostly is that African Americans or black people in this country are persecuted. So you have this belief that every black person is going through the same struggle. That you don't.
But see, Kidola, this guy criticizes Ghana so much. Do you think he's trying to use this story because he hates the blacks?
And sometimes that guy is really confusing me sometimes, because that guy sometimes I don't really know what to talk about that guy sometimes, Sometimes, right?
He talked about FBA. That security guard doesn't subscribe to that, but go ahead.
I don't know the rules of that Walmart, right? If that is the rule that they need to check them.
Yeah, they have to check your receipt.
The guy need to do his job. Only that the guy look a Ghanaian who is broke. You understand me? So,
but how do you know he's Ghanaian?
I can see that that's how Ghana people look like that. Look dosa,
To what? Nah.
No, that's a Ghanaian guy who shop on Walmart.
How do you figure he's Ghanaian, man? That's crazy.
Ghana like to go to Walmart. Why don't you go to Louis Vuitton shops?
from his
Go to Big Shoe.
from his tone, that's not Nigeria. I would have tell you here that it is Nigeria. No matter how crazy thing, that guy is Nigeria.
But why is the Nigerian guy trying to come and rescue him from the blacks?
I don't understand. Maybe if for the dude.
If you listen to him, he said Africa. You know, he normally do. When you look at his YouTube, he normally do content creator that focus on Africa, Nigeria, Black America.
No, but what I'm saying is, there's many other Nigerians who cry about this racism stuff. Like, for example, people like Tunaja. I don't know if he's watching, but you know, Tunaja would.
Oh, Tunaja would like one man. Okay, Tunaja can be. You know, let's just be honest. That was trying to bring Tunaja to this thing. Tunaja is a little bit crazy. You know, Tunaja can. I don't know what to say about that guy.
So then, what I'm gathering, you guys did not see anything that spells racism here.
No, not at all. Only that the guy, the guy just threatened. He just used some words, threatened that Dosa guy. You understand me? You don't just say, "Come here, you ain't good." You know, kind of like use some kind of.
But you know, like overall, do you think the blacks are generally racist towards Africans?
Not. I don't know. That was not all.
I cannot say because never meet one personally.
Afrodama, let's just be honest to you. I've been something the circle of this. Some, you know, not like.
Talk about your personal experience, Kidola.
No, I have family member who hate me. You know,
really?
Who don't want really. Whoa, man. Those days when I was like broke ass, you know, who don't want me to come to visit them because they have some money, you know. So you cannot really tell people. There are some black Americans that are so very good.
Kidola, the African in Africa, they do that. Like when you're poor, they don't even want you to say hello to them.
Yes, right.
Yeah. There's some look. Afrodama, there's Africans where they have money. When you want to shake them, they give you one finger as hand to shake. Just a finger.
Oh, two.
Yeah,
2 fingers.
Really? No, one. You bring full hand, they give you one finger. You know how humiliating that can be.
Wait, they do that in Nigeria too?
Oh man, I want to shake this guy. They just give me one finger. Because this motherfucker just came back from Belgium and said, "Hey man, what's up, bro?" He gave me one finger.
I've had somebody give me the 2 finger when I try to shake. In Africa, long time ago, they gave me the 2 finger.
But I can't forget that. You know, that's what sometimes you see depends on who you come across. You understand me? I've come across some nice black American, you know, girl that took me to his house in North Carolina, right?
Right.
In Charlotte, you know, the man was like if I was like at home, you know, the cook, we eat, with me and the brother play, we talk and everything, you know. Before I went to her house in
Wait, Kidola, what do you think about this? Zongo said so much hate about Ghanaians.
Yes, we don't hate Ghanaians. We are just you see.
No. Zongo can cry if you want to cry. It's a broke ass Ghana. That's why it's good.
Kidola, what do you make of this now? Because I was listening to this video they sent me, that there was this Ghanaian saying they want to kick all the Nigerians out of Ghana. They want them to leave because there's like this Nigerian guy, you know, Igbo, who calling himself a king, a chief, trying to create a village over there.
The guy bought himself into there. You see, oh God, I really don't know much about Ghana. You see, Afrodamas. Oh God, if that will not become war between Nigeria and Ghana now, I'm a little bit scared, you know.
Well, they said they're gonna kick all Nigerians out. So you saying what you saying over here, saying they are broke?
No, I saw that guy. It's a Ghana guy. You know, it's broke ass. is going to Walmart to buy something. Then another guy saw it. Say, hey, come here. You ain't good for nothing. He get panic. It was a little bit slow. I said, well, why you in Walmart then? Go to somewhere else.
But why do you think the Ghana man used race to try to escape the black American, the FBA race? Do you think the FBA is a race soldier?
not
because
the
blacks like to use the race soldier term.
You see, somehow, right? The guy just intimidated the dude. I don't think he play any. I don't think he have anything. He just saw it.
Ola, that security might even be a tether. He might be a Haitian tether. Who knows?
But there's some black Americans that are very, very nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I told you. There's my sister.
You know me. Look, the blacks like to say I pick on them, but like this is coming from me. I know lots of nice black people, like a lot of them.
I met. Yeah, you see, that's why I've met a lot. I have a family. My father have children with black American woman, Tiri. So that woman was nice. He introduced me to peanut butter. He introduced me to fish sauce. I did know peanut butter. She introduced me to those things before. You know what I mean? A long time. May I so rest in peace now. So the truth matter.
She passed away.
Yeah. She worked in Nigeria. She was a teacher in Asoro Grammar School. Down there, Kwan Barrack there, So Afrodamus,
she passed away in Nigeria. Or
no, in America.
Okay.
She lived in Benin for a very long time. So Afrodamus, the truth matter is there's some blacks America you come across, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. They're cool. Not everybody is like sometimes,
right.
Like my sister live in California, right? My sister have a lot of black American friends, and they just adore each other there. They call each other all kind of names and visiting each other and everything. The only fake black American I don't like is that baby Rodriguez. She's broke. She also go to Walmart to do some shopping also.
But she's not. She's like Latina, so I don't know.
But she want to chop into black America. She want Jad. She's coming to eat you people's pancake and some sugar straw now.
You think the Africans and the blacks would get unite because I'm seeing that even Ghana and Nigeria, they're not uniting. The Ghana people are tired of the Nigerian. They say they want to kick them all out, and now like you see in this Ghana man, but we see the Nigerian man stepping in, trying to use the Ghana man to blame the FBA people. What is that all about?
He's trying to rescue the Ghana man for that dusty ass where he was before, because the Ghana man cannot confront if it's a black American dude, that's the Ghana man is the one always using race. Oh, you are my, we are brothers, we're the same Africa. Come home, brother. You know what I mean? Nigerian people don't really use that. Nigerian people will greet you.
Zongo, I'm gonna put the link in. Zongo, you better call in and
let Zongo call because it's like Zongo also, but Zongo is wrong.
So you think this guy is like Zongo? He went to Walmart. Do you think I would someday do a story of Zongo going to Walmart and the blacks?
Oh, life! Since Zongo was mistakenly, I think, have a fiance for black American, it is Zongo have to eat some salad. It's as Zongo stop eating that granule soup. Without no vegetable. I start eating salad right now.
No, kunu. He's
Since then, Zongo have changed heavily. Have become good looking smart.
So you think, if the guy is either Ghanaian and the Ghanaians are the ones welcoming the blacks to come, what do you make of that?
You see, most of the blacks are not really Ghanaian. That just be honest.
Right. Yeah.
But the Ghanaians try to cash into their money and pocket their money, like what they did to Michael Blasting. Don't you see Michael Blasting? They asked Michael Blasting, hey, come home, brother. Michael Blasting, oh man, I'm coming back home. He went to drop $1 million in bank account there. Ooh, they took it. They said, he shout, where's my money? Where's my money? The guy must say, hey, you have to wait for 15 years, brother. I'm sorry. You understand me? That's it. It's a broke Ghana guy, looking for milk and all these things to buy. That what just happened.
So Kidola, what do you? I'm glad Rasmoy said if Afridamus do a show about Haitians eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, the blacks will be flooded. So okay, Kidola, what do you mean? Because the blacks are quiet about the Haitians being accused of eating, the pets of the white people. And to be honest, even like me in my area, because Kidola, I told you I live in a nice white area. It's beautiful.
You eat salad. You eat salad too with some walnut in it.
But I've been seeing a lot more, posters of people's pets disappearing. So
that was please. I like the Asian so. I like the Asian so. You understand me?
No, I'm not blaming this on Haitians. I saw in one part the people I saw there, they are Congolese. People like to say Trump is lying, but I have seen the Congolese myself, and I've been seeing a lot of announcements that cats are missing, dogs. If you find them, $200. So I don't know what is going on.
Man, come on. Afrodama, that's all propaganda, bro. It's all political propaganda.
Look, no. I have seen the signs, sir. Even today when I went running.
I mean, you're seeing the signs, but
when I went running, this white woman, her name is some white woman named Julie. She's paying $200 ransom if you find her cat. I'm not accusing the Haitians of eating it.
Right.
Just so I don't want people to come and be like, oh,
no. I get what you're saying.
In fact, even Trump, right?
Where I live at, it's a nice community. You see that. You see that a lot. Like you'll see pet posters around the neighborhood.
Ja, be honest though. Ja, did you peep on this Trump? Right? Trump never said Haitians. He just said they are eating the pets. How come the Democrats are the ones that accuse the Haitians? Saying it was Trump never said who is eating it. I mean, let's be real. Like he never said who. He just said they are eating the pets, and then the Democrats said the Haitians are the ones doing it. So, I'm not saying. And it was funny. I was like, man, Trump is right. I've been seeing signs of pets missing. And like even me myself, my little dog, I've been protecting the little dog, making sure.
Come on now.
Right.
Well, I mean, listen, if you live in a nice maybe a white neighborhood, like you're gonna see that a lot. Like that's not a new occurrence of seeing
no
pet posters and stuff like that.
No, the rates went up as of late, man. I don't know what's going on. Like I'm not accusing anyone, but I mean, the cats have been going missing. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah. So back to the video, right? Like I think it was like some race or tribal thing at play here. I think the guy was just doing his job. The security guy was just doing his job, and randomly searching for like receipts and things of that nature. The African guy should have just complied and it just left it like that. I don't know why he mentioned everything else, but
I agree.
The part where the security guy said, "Oh, I'm nothing like you." I think that's the part where people are looking at it and it's like analyzing.
No. When he said, "I'm nothing,"
why did you say that?
Like you in the conversation, he said, "My people are at Walmart." I mean, this here in the States. Some people that work for a company, they see themselves like that's their family.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, like that's their team. Like you're not part of that team.
Yeah, I don't know, because even the black people that work at Walmart, like they don't really they work there, but they don't really care like what's going on. They're just receiving a paycheck and they're just trying to go home. Like they don't give a fuck. And I know if I was in that position as a security guard, like you know, it's my job to like check for receipts, but I'm not gonna
Wait, so
I'm not
Ja,
gonna be rude to the African guy, anything like that. Like, you know, can I
wait,
check your
Ja,
receipt
are you
and then leave
trying
it
to
like that?
say this? Are you trying to say this guy is a race soldier?
No, I'm not saying he's a race soldier. I'm just saying that like the statement that he made was a little bit odd, but I think he's just doing his job. And like I think like social media can kind of amplify like little encounters like that and blow it into something that is really not, honestly. Like I didn't really see anything too crazy outrageous about it. Just the fact that the security guy said like, "Oh,
Are
man,
you?
nothing like you."
Is it? Do
That's
you think it's because the Ghanaian guy is too soft?
no, no, no. I think the Ghanaian guy should have just gave him the receipt and then left it like that, and he would have gave it back to him, and then he could have went on his way. But I mean, the fact that it was being recorded and you know, I don't know, it just seemed like a little staged a little bit, or maybe yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What you have to understand, the blacks like you to shop in some better areas. Like you have to go to at least go to Zara, go to some of these places, go to some better supermarkets. You see, the blacks like you when you dress well, and I have a good baseball cap, have good shirt on. You saw this dusty guy holding milk in his little paper bag. I walk dosa. He say, "Hey, come here." That's what he did to the. He just intimidated the dude. You understand me? So,
No, but
so,
I don't think that, bro. Because I don't think we're that classist in that way, right? Not in a daily like you know, daily social environment. Maybe in
Come
school you
on,
might hear
Ja.
like
Come
little
on, come
banter
on,
like that,
Ja.
but I don't.
Ja, Ja, Ja.
Nah, nobody's judging about your clothes
Ja,
in reality.
why you over here, capping, man?
No, it's not capping because I know my people. My people, we don't judge people just because of what they got on. Like, no,
No,
if I
but
see
he
someone that's
didn't
poor, I'm
judge
gonna
the
I'm
man.
gonna
The
give
man
them
is
I'm
the
gonna give
one
them a
that brought.
dollar or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna
no,
just like
Afrodamus, I
mess with
just
Are
them.
you
spoke to
kidding me?
Afrodamus, I just spoke to a very nice, black my sister's friends today. They were very nice. You know, they so
But
so
Kidola,
I've
Kidola, you have to also remember, I love the blacks, but they can pretend to. But continue.
No, it's not a matter of pretend. I think it's we're not a monolith really. Like you're gonna have some people
Kidola,
that
you
are
have to
dickheads. You're gonna
remember.
have
You
some
have to
people that are
remember some of the blacks, they cannot, they've adopted the white ways. So, well,
so
let's bring in Zongo. Zongo, are you
Zongo,
there?
defend yourself.
Hey man, after that one was good, man.
Zongo, not much. Zongo, so the Nigerians are coming to the rescue of the. I mean, I don't. I was thinking the guy was from Nigeria, but they said he's Ghanaian. Is this one of your people?
I mean, it's kind of really hard to tell though. But I mean, I know like Nigerians always want to hit on Ghana, so I'm just.
Well, one thing we know, one thing we can assure, he's not from Gambia. That's for damn sure.
Nah,
So he's
his accent doesn't even sound from someone from like it doesn't sound like Ghanaian accent because it seems like he kind of lived in America for a while. You can
yeah.
tell from he's not new. I
So
don't
you
think
don't
he's
think
from
he's
this.
Ghanaian?
I can't really tell from the accent though. It's really hard to
Zongo,
tell from that.
Zongo, you're suspect here, but
No, you
continue.
can't tell from the accent though. I mean, cause like I
Ghanaians,
personally,
Ghanaians don't accept anything that is not good, that is not positive in their country, so they would deny that person immediately. If it was
I mean,
Nigeria, we would accept he's a Nigerian, but he
yeah, but you
messed up.
can't tell from the accent though. He looks black though. He can come from anywhere from West Africa. How can you tell he's not Nigerian? How can you tell from his look?
right. Just from looking at him,
No,
I
but
would
from
tell you
the
he's not
look.
Well,
Nigerian.
I
This
think
one
No,
I
no,
is
but
think
from the
Zongo,
look,
I
look
think Zongo,
and
I
from
his
the
think
look.
I
accent.
think
Wait, time out. From the
Yeah,
look,
but
you can't tell me you can find someone from
no,
that look.
I think Zongo,
the
Just
accent, the
wait,
accent.
they think his
accent.
hair. We didn't see his hairline. We know he doesn't. We could have checked it. If he had the Abedi Pele hairline, then we'll know he's Ghanaian.
Yeah, but the accent, even the accent, his accent doesn't sound like someone from Africa anyway.
No, he's
You know,
he's
this
he's definitely
No,
African
no,
because
it's Africa. He
no,
sound
but
African.
no, you're not listening. He has picked up a little bit of
well,
American
he's
accent
lived in
too.
the States for a while.
Yeah. So I mean, after now, when someone listen to you, you don't have a typical Gambian accent though. You don't have a typical Gambian accent. You don't.
Yeah, that's because I've lived here for a while.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But an American can still tell that you don't have like the full American accent, right? But then you don't
Right,
have a typical Gambian accent too. That's the point I'm trying
right.
to make. I mean,
Okay,
unless otherwise you just want to make a
That's fair enough.
just
okay. Zongo, Zongo.
uh broad assumption.
Zongo, the first
So
time I
Zongo, what
saw
do you make of the
Ascodemus,
Nigerians
the first time
pushing
I
him
saw
on him?
Ascodemus, two countries came to my mind: Senegal and Gambia.
No,
And
he's not Senegal. He's not Senegal or Gambia.
no, I'm talking about you. I said the first time I saw you, I
Oh, okay.
already know you are from that region,
From that
Senegal or
region,
Gambia.
okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like he said, he said on countless occasions that he get confused to be from Nigeria too. So he
Right,
can't really tell though. Like you come from your region, you think everybody from Nigeria look like. Like, have you
right,
been to
right.
southern Nigeria before? You know how they look.
Zongo, don't deny your people. Just
Well,
accept what it is.
I
Zongo, you're
mean,
right. I've met
I
a lot
mean,
of
these people like
Gambians
they don't
living.
even know their countries, man. Like this,
Yeah,
like
I've met
it took me
actual
time.
Gambians. I've met actual Gambians that thought I was Nigerian, but yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like
you're right.
people can't tell though. Like people just your man. Like people just assume all the time. People just. But anyway, coming back to the real topic, right? Let's come to the real topic. I think. I mean, it's kind of little. I don't really understand that because I mean, my understanding, like at Walmart, if you're leaving, you just show your receipt and you
Oh wow.
leave, right?
So Kidola was right. The Ghanaians shop at Walmart. But continue.
Yeah, because I'm talking about generally, right? You just show your receipt and then
Right.
you leave, right? But for some reason, I think this guy was leaving, and then he had to call him back, and he questioned him because he had only one item that he bought.
You still gotta check the receipt.
You understand? That's kind of really like I don't know. Like we need a whole like full backstory, and also generally like the people at Walmart, uh, they don't do like video camera though. Like they don't take videos, so uh, there's
So
more to it,
no,
like
that's
more to
cool.
the
But what do
story.
you think? What do you think about um the corporate junkie, the Nigerian guys' take on it? Zongo, I noticed in your picture now you've put the Ghana sign emblem there. Are you here to intimidate the Nigerians?
Oh no, I've been using it for a while. Even the previous time when I came on your show, that was the same like emblem, the
Oh,
Independence Square. Yeah,
So
I've been using it
Zogo
for a
want
while.
to tell us that we don't have this one. You know that the,
Well, I mean, everybody that lives in America knows. Like, I mean, that's really nothing wrong in shopping at Walmart, right? But you don't buy
no,
groceries at Walmart, right? I mean,
right.
because a lot of the things they have over there, it's not really like
Yeah,
whole
they have a
food.
lot of stuff.
Right, like
If you want to buy some,
electronics and things of that
yeah,
nature.
yeah. If you want to buy other things like food, you can go like, I mean, the West Coast. I don't know much about like other places. You can go to Winco. You can go to like other like the Whole Food, grocery shops, like you know.
you can go
But I
to
mean,
Ralph Lauren supermarket. It's not too far.
man,
Just
you don't
go
man,
to
shut
that
up, man. You don't
junction.
know America, man. Shut up.
You stop. It doesn't
So I
matter.
mean, so like.
Go to Gucci supermarket. Don't go to
So
Walmart.
I mean that is it though.
Buy
I mean he still had the he still should have checked him. I mean, but approach, I don't know, like the way he kind of asked him. I don't know, like because I don't know, like
But
Ja, you've been in Walmart.
Zongo, what do you make of how corporate junkie started pretty much talking about Harriet Tubman and all, bringing all the blacks into this?
What does he
What,
live? Does he live in America too? A corporate junkie?
yeah, yeah, he sounds like
I,
he lives in America.
I mean, one thing that a little baffling to me because I mean, during like the year of return, corporate junkie was trying to like draw a comparison between why like even Nigerians were
Do,
all, like
do
Nigeria
you
was
think
one of
he's
the
upset
right.
about FBA? He wants to address them, so this was an opportunity that presented
Yeah, I mean,
itself.
cause like the year of return, he made it like I saw a video of that. Like he made an address like why Nigeria never invited Black Americans because
Oh no,
they
I
don't have
watched
the.
that. I think he was showing that Nigerians were jealous of Ghanaians because everyone is coming to Ghana. But
Yeah,
continue.
he said like why Nigerians like kind of invite more like skilled based personnel like maybe from China or Asians or something like that because they know how to like add to an economy. While Black American economy, Black American in general are like consumer, like they don't come and create jobs, right? So it kind of
Yes,
seem
he
kind of like
did
a
say
little,
that.
yeah, it's kind of low like a little bit on the paradoxical side, like when he's trying to like feel sympathetic to the Africans in America. Like, I mean, because you already like have no regard for African Americans, and like that's like the only part of it that I just didn't get. But I mean, it kind
Zongo,
of sounded
do
like.
you think Zongo, do you think corporate junkie, like many other Nigerians, you think he's jealous of Ghana?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I mean, I don't listen to him, so I don't really know like much
Because
about him.
they sent me another video that I would analyze,
Hmm.
and in this video he was hating on Ghanaians.
Oh, I mean, because the analysis he made actually kind of sound more like
And Zongo, why
that
did your
that's bad
minister, you guys' minister, steal 1 million from Michael Blackson?
though.
Should only just expose it over here.
I think the money like was more so like invested in bonds, right? I mean, like,
Right.
bonds
It
generally. I
was
mean,
only
bonds.
supposed to be 3 years, but Zongo, what is going on
I
with
mean,
Ghana?
generally
Is Ghana
bonds,
broke?
but Afrodamus like bonds is just like it's like business, right? I mean, bonds has
No, but
some
if
risk
it's
attached
three
to it, right?
years, 3 years maturity Euro bonds, you're
Yeah.
supposed to deliver.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that's the risk aspect of buying bonds actually, because it says it has a risk involved. I mean, any kind of investment has some sort of risk. Buying stocks,
But
buying bonds has.
Zongo, this is crazy. Nigeria,
But
it seems
Zongo, I
that
noticed
Nigerian
one thing,
bonds are
but
better than.
Zongo, Zongo,
Hmm.
we need to be honest. I noticed Ghanaians always do this. I don't know why. You guys hardly criticize your government. It's like you guys have this symbiotic relationship. Like, oh, we don't want to tarnish our country's image. If your leader is doing something wrong, they do something wrong,
Yeah,
call them.
but first of all, buying stocks has nothing to do with leadership, the
It is
presidency.
not. It's not stock. It was a
It's
bond, government
I
bond.
mean,
I think the
yeah, but
government
even
guaranteed.
bonds also has nothing to do with leadership, the executive branch. Bonds is purchased as probably like through the finance like department. It has nothing to do with the presidency or something like that. In the U.S.,
Of
you want to
course,
buy
it does
bonds.
because
Wait.
the
Let me
minister.
finish. Let me finish.
Why?
You want to
Yeah,
buy
but
bonds.
Zongo, what about Minister of Finances? Minister of Finance.
But I
Thank
mean, like,
you.
even the minister of finance is still not responsible for that. Like, I mean, it's just the
Come
system,
on,
right?
Zongo,
So
are
let's
you
wait. Let
serious
me
right
finish.
now?
Let me finish. Because I was saying something. I wasn't done. You guys interjected me. Like, let me go back to what I was saying. Just explaining like bonds still has some sort of risk, but the level of risk is a little lower compared to stocks, right? So them changing the dates from 3 years to probably a longer period of time, that is part of the risk factor of investing in bonds, right? That's why me generally I would invest in the African economy because it's just too much risky, and that's the typical example of the riskiness of you investing in those kind of places, right? Most people prefer to invest in America because I personally invest in America because I believe in the American system, right? But I still do think that there's still risk involved, especially some Americans believing that if America collapses and Russia goes up, I mean, that's the risk aspect, you know?
So Zongo, do you think like in Africa, okay, for example, in West Africa, right? Like Nigeria investing, the risk is high, but the return is bigger. Is Ghana like the same way?
What are you talking about in terms of what? I mean,
No,
there's
like
risk everywhere.
no, in Nigeria, like
Hmm.
investing, the risk is high, but if you hit like your return is bigger.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah, of course, because they have a bigger economy, bigger populations, so the purchasing power, pretty much, yes, it's undoubtedly so. Yeah, the higher
Yeah,
risk.
if you
I mean, a
put
lot
if
of
you
people
put
have
it
a lot of people have a little doubt about Nigerian economy, but if you have like the right connections, if you are able to have a foothold in the economy, it's undoubted that you have a very significant return. Yeah. Yeah,
Zongo,
but I don't know
Zongo.
like why I don't know why Kidola kind of like shifted this whole conversation to like get back to this like damn
No,
Kidola,
no,
man.
no, no,
Yeah, you
no,
be
no,
dreaming
no,
about
no, no.
Ghanaians
I
all the
didn't.
time
I
though.
didn't no, 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 no. Zongo, I didn't shift it. What happened? I look at the guy. I listened to the security guy. I looked where the guy. I said, "This is Charlie." You understand
Man, but
that?
Afridamas didn't make a point though that you can't tell because when I was in Cyprus, man, there was a
back.
Nigerian that could even speak English. Actually, he came to
Hold
Cyprus to
on,
study English.
Guys, hold on. Let me read the super chats here. Second, I forgot them. Thank you for the super chat. Supergirl said, anybody who lives in the US, how crime has increased, especially in the past
And
4 years. That's just a
and one
fact. And
exactly. So
that
one thing
is
about the
this is
U.S.
this is
And
true.
I wanted to add one thing. One thing about the U.S. Right, like all about the difference we have in Africa about this thing. If you come to the U.S., if you are exposed, regardless of where you come from, there's no something like, oh, this guy is timid and this and that. American society kind of builds you to become very like confident, and like that's how the society is, you know. So if the
Mhm.
guy kind of
Let,
acted that way, it's just probably that's his nature, you know, like
let,
just
let me read more of
individually.
this. Spellcaster said, what up, Afridamus? A1 to all my Afrikaners on this chat and worldwide. Shout out. He's giving shout out to the Africans. Abiola. Abiola said,
Yeah, but
mandate. Wait.
John, like, okay, go ahead. I was gonna
Let them
ask.
finish reading the
Abiola.
super chats.
Abiola said, mandate biometric fingerprint. I guess Abiola, you saying they should introduce the biometric fingerprints at Walmart? Sound off in the comments. Abiola gave another super chat. He said, should South Sudan protect itself for a Muhammad book? Good question. Okay, guys. Okay, continue. Thank
Yeah,
you guys for the
I mean,
super
Ja,
chats.
you don't think like the way he kind of responded was a little bit, harsh or something like the security guy, even like when he said that, my people. I mean, like the other guy was the
Yeah,
one who
yeah,
got
that's the
raised.
part. That's the part that I pretty much
Yeah,
pointed out to me. That was a
because
little bit
when it
harsh.
comes to, like customer service, like people generally do not even act that way. You know?
Yeah, they're pretty much nice. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know them. So it has to do with maybe perhaps the location though. Is it in the hood? Because I haven't been to the Walmart in the hood before, so I can't really tell. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So I don't know, like the
Well, out
location.
here, like I don't know if you would say maybe in other states, but out here, it's not necessarily in the hood. It's like in a
I mean, in
because like a lot
Washington.
of the Walmarts I know they're like in a white area. Don't forget, there's a lot of like shady, like out here in this state, it's a lot of like people on drugs, and like I see them all over because in my city you can steal up to I think $999. You are able to steal that. Like I have people on camera. They go into the store with calculator because it would be a misdemeanor. It's the law. Like they can steal that much.
Oh wait, so you're saying it's against the law, but they're able to steal that much? It would be considered a
Yeah,
misdemeanor, right?
yeah, you can steal nine
Yeah, because
hundred
if you
and
steal, it's
ninety
against
nine
the law. You're gonna
dollars.
you're gonna get in trouble for that. But
No,
you're
but
saying that
if,
there's a certain
if
amount
you
before it's
steal,
considered a felony.
if they steal in the store,
Are you talking about
if
in
they
Washington
if
State?
they steal, yeah, if they steal in the store and they run out or outside into like once they hit the sidewalk, you can't touch them. Do you know that?
For them, I understand the guy. I understand the other guy. I
But
understand
you're
why
still
he was a little bit irritated. I think he thought, oh, you're black and black. You're stopping me. You think I did hold much things. If you
But
see what I want,
Kidola, in honesty, right? If you go to those stores, like here in the States, I mean in my state, my city, if that guy wants, like I've seen it, you can walk in and steal it. You walk out, those security, they cannot touch you.
Yeah,
It
they
would
cannot
be
touch you.
illegal for them to touch you.
Yeah, in Washington
but
State,
they
they
still
have
liable to call the police and things of that nature. That
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
still a
can
crime.
they can
but
call the police on you, but they cannot
they can't
touch you.
touch you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, that makes sense.
But even
Yeah,
after Damas, right?
they
Like
can
even
touch you.
Washington State, even like generally, right? They kind of stand at like the entrance, right? You just show your receipt and
Yeah,
you
at the
just exit.
entrance, look, I have video. Like they can stand there. I've seen it where they can come and run past you. You can't even like you cannot touch them because it will be considered assault.
So yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
well,
touch
Washington they have a very like some kind of like peculiar like laws. Yeah, yeah,
it. Wait,
yeah.
Nigeria First and Kidola, is that law weird to you guys where they can steal up to 900 and something dollars?
What I understand about this kind of shoplifting is, yeah, you're right. It can become like minimal type of crime.
No,
Maybe the
no,
police.
Kidola. Some people trust me. Like I've seen like it's not just minimal. I've seen it like at the store. The guy they just keep stealing. Nobody can touch them.
Yeah, but he
I
said
feel like
because
I
he
see
bought
where people steal cheats. Even people shoplift cheats. Just cheats.
because if he bought one item, I mean that's yeah, really like a
But,
full
but,
story. Though. Which state was
But
it though? I forgot. Was he like? Did he tell you like the states or something?
no, it didn't say.
Maybe Chicago.
Because it seems that he probably forgot that he has to show his receipt before leaving. You know?
They was shocked. He was very shocked with that
So
guy's
so so
age.
Kidola, so Kidola, that made you convince he's Ghanaian.
Man, after that, man.
I mean, that
So
was. I
Zongo, because
believe he said of Zongo.
Kidola said the Ghanaians they going to Walmart because they are broke.
Man, even if like see, even if he's a Ghanaian, like, there's nothing wrong. I mean, like you look at him, he looks very like very like he reacted very nice. He very combative. You know, it
He
could have
he
just
was
turned the other way. It could have
he
just
was
turned the other way.
complaining.
Had it
He
been
was
someone,
secretly
but
he
he
was secretly
wasn't.
complaining. He was
I'm saying
complaining.
he wasn't combative. You know, because initially I was thinking he's probably like an immigrant or
you
something.
are right. He wasn't combative at all. So he
Yeah,
was calm. Yeah,
yeah.
Ghana people are very
Um,
calm.
Look,
The
you guys,
Ghanaians are very calm people.
you guys know
we
if
know
he,
that.
hey, do you guys
many
think if he was a FBA, it would be combative?
Ooh, even from Nigeria or
You think
FBA,
I think if he was a
have been
FBA or
firework.
Nigerian, you know what? Do you
Yeah,
think
I
this
think actually
behavior is
as
in
African American,
the
I think you
DNA?
if the
DNA?
roles were reversed, right? As African American, right? I think many, not all, but many will probably feel offended by someone saying pretty much implying that they're stealing, right? People will be offended and they would act a little bit
No, but he
irrational.
was a Jai.
Look,
He
look,
was
look,
offended.
look.
He was
Let me tell you
offended,
guys.
right?
Hold
He
on.
was
Let me tell
offended,
you guys
but he
before we
doesn't
say
know
bye.
American system that much, right? So he
Hold
couldn't
on.
defend
No, no, no,
himself.
no. Let me tell you guys. I've worked as an officer before. I'll tell you right now. I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's in the DNA. Most black people just don't like other black people enforcing the rules. Do you know when I worked in the prison, we used to have like these festivals. People would try to steal meat and take it back to the into the units. And I would always search them and catch them. They were like, man, you're supposed to be black. Black people don't believe that other black people have to enforce rules
Yeah,
on them. That's
that I agree.
just
I agree on that
that's
part.
just the
Yeah,
truth.
that's very bad.
I think look, I like the conversation, but I think people are using race to get away with, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I think the Nigeria guy that just making noise. I think he just use it as because he always have
He has issues with African
no
Americans.
no. I think he have a Jamaican wife. The guy's married to Jamaican woman.
No,
I
but
think the
I
guy.
don't. I think he's got beef with the blacks.
He's maybe in his working place because he complained about that a lot. He said the nice ones are African
Because
American.
he did a whole show and explained why
The
Ghana
different the
inviting Ghana inviting Black Americans was a bad investment. I'm like, damn, like you got to snitch on Ghana that way like that? Come on, dog.
but
Yeah,
but
man.
but whoever do that the year of return was that guy. That guy was so smart. He sit and think and think. How can I get money now?
But
I'm
Kidola, do you think
No,
the
the year return
FBAs are?
wasn't a
You
bad
know,
thing
this
though. It was good anyway.
FBAs they called in this show. Do you think the FBAs are ashamed to call in because they are the KKK this time?
Oh yes, because it's a little
Well,
bit.
Ja called in, Jai's, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm not an FBA, bro. I'm just African American.
after that, but Jai is Jai is a guy that is a little. Is different. To be honest, maybe because he have how am I gonna say it?
But
Gullah
Kidola, why do you think the blacks didn't call in today?
Oh, because if the black would have called if we're throwing blows right now on this channel. Everybody's fighting each other, wrestle with each other. It's like the Game of Thrones right now. You know what I mean? And you see,
In calling, they're probably listening. They're listening too, right?
no, the black. Whoa, forget. My cousins are listening pretty good right now. So look at this Kidola. He's boring right now. He's not fighting. Look at his head. Even one of the coming potato head here.
Oh, somebody said because Tariq has a life. In fact, I have a video sent to me that I would analyze Tariq. The Tariq and the South Africans going at it. The South Africans and the blacks FBA are clashing. Now they are learning. The FBA are realizing they are West African origin.
I would like to see the battle between the South Africans and the FBA because we just finished with South Africans not too long ago. The battle is still ongoing.
But like to be told, like I mean African
No,
Americans.
because a lot of the blacks are beginning to learn that, like you're from a certain part of Africa. So, yeah, I'm gonna do the show here, Tariq versus the South Africans. Man,
After that one, the blacks should look. I said it before. If you want to come to Africa, you have to go and visit their people who still have 95% of their culture very intact.
Wait, but after that see, let me ask you: do you think there's a little bit of a cultural misunderstanding between the FBA the African American security and the African guy over there?
Of course,
because he probably thought, because he was thinking, oh, I mean, there could have been a better way you could have approached me rather than just
like
being
Zongo,
harsh.
you're right. It's because for me, right? If it were me, I wouldn't even I wouldn't care. I mean, if you want to check the receipt, I just know, hey, fuck,
So if
you can just check it, and then I wouldn't even care. I would just go by my way because I know that's the job. He has a job to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
so I really,
because
I have nothing to prove. Like I could care less.
After that one, the guy didn't do anything. The security guy didn't do anything wrong.
I'm saying that because if you are dealing with an American, right, you can't be just calm like that. You got to be very tough to them because they like toughness. Americans like tough. If you're not
like
tough,
like for me, even like I'll just show you the receipt and keep it pushing. Yeah, I don't care. Like I don't
he was shocked.
I don't have time. I don't have time to argue with strangers.
Yeah, he was probably shocked. Like in the midst
he
of
was shocked because the guy you see, as an African guy, the what happened? The security guy used a very tough type of intimidating language towards him, and he was shocked.
But you see, Kido, like me, I go to, like the places I shop. You become skeptical. You look at me, you're like, oh, I know he's black, but challenging this guy might not be safe. He might have lawyers on deck.
Yeah, like Afridamo said, right? I think maybe I was like, he probably, because he was black, he wanted more like not be tough on him. He could have like maybe approach it differently.
I can't believe this Ghana guy tried to use race. This is Ghanaians. This is let's bring in St. James.
St. James, yeah.
Hey, Afro is up Sunday, man. And can you hear me?
Yeah, we all can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. We got Zongo talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zongo, what's up, man?
What's good, St. James? You know, that's my brother from Burkina Faso, right? Right
Why,
across,
why, you-
right?
why are you checking me, man?
St. James. St.
Hmm?
James, do you think the black American is being a race soldier?
I don't really know what to make of the video, to be honest.
You know, because you know what, the Nigerian guy who, I mean, you know, the Nigerians like to hate on the Ghanaian, but they like to pretend like they are helping the Ghanaian guy. What is that all about?
That's why that's why this whole thing is so funny about,
Man, St. James,
having
stop
have
eating. You gotta finish eating.
hold on, having the Ghanaians and the Nigerians in there, and also you got a black American in there. I watched the video, I don't even know what to make of the video, what they're trying to prove in that video and what lesson can we learn from it? I don't even know. Like you said,
I agree.
if you walk in a place and somebody is trying to check your receipt like they do at Walmart.
Yeah.
You only take a second. They check your receipt, you pay for it, and they let you go. It's just 1 second.
Right.
So him turning around talking about, why you doing this or because I'm this. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't see people doing that at Walmart.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Afridams. Most black people, if they see you in position, they want you to be lenient to them. They're like, oh man, in the midst, they're like,
But
no.
but you know, but
They're always trying to get you to do bribery.
but Afrodamus, but you have videos of even when there's Black American Africans, right? When they put them in position of to direct
Authority.
people, authority, yeah, that
Oh yeah,
tend to
yeah.
yeah,
They're making sure Master's plantation is
oh
well
yeah,
guarded. Keep talking.
absolutely. Whether they're from Africa or in America, yeah, they're gonna make sure of that.
No, but if your job is on the line, I don't think you'll be a little lenient to
James.
anybody, regardless
Sam
of where you
James,
come from, right?
let's just be honest. The guy look at this Ghana guy and said, "Hey, you come here to shop or Walmart, you only buy one milk. You're a very poor dude." You
Guys,
understand?
man, let's not jump into. You don't know where he comes from, though. Like, come on,
It's
stop it,
a
man.
Ghana guy. It's a Ghana guy.
Nah, man, stop it, man. You don't know, like,
look.
you don't
It's
know.
hey, you this dusty looking African guy. Where you from? The guy's a Ghana. He said,
Oh
come here
my
to shop or
god.
Walmart just to buy a packet of milk. We're supposed to be going to somewhere. Zog, let me just be honest to you. You can never see a single Nigerian in that Walmart buying any shit. I'll be true to you, bro.
Man, have you been in the US before? Like, do you know what they sell in Walmart? Do you know what
I've
they
been
sell
there,
over there?
bro. I just spy.
I don't even know. Like, I mean,
I
I
just
don't even know.
spy.
Like,
I didn't really get because I go to somewhere
there's
else.
not Walmart. They sell cheap products, right? But it doesn't equate to poverty. There are certain areas, there are certain other state cities or towns that you go to. The only shop they have is just only Walmart. You do know that, right? Or you don't?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there are Walmarts in like very poor urban areas too. So it varies depending on the location.
Hold
Exactly,
on.
right? Yeah.
Why do shopping Walmart suddenly become a market for the poor?
No, it's not.
Why is everyone capping? Come
No,
on.
that's no. Like, I mean, a lot of people not staying in the U.S. They kind of listen to the rhetoric being projected. I don't know, so they just buy into that. But then, I mean, Walmart, they just, I mean, grocery. I mean, they sell like multiple products, right?
They sell
selling
grocery, right? And home appliances, right?
every everything, most
Everything.
Home appliances,
vehicle,
electronics.
vehicle parts,
Zogo,
everything.
do you see that? Zogo, do you see what that guy look like?
Even like
Guys, let's
even
bring in
even they
Chuku.
sell like they have pharmacy section too. You can even buy pills over there too.
Right.
Okay.
But just to be fair, the security guard, it's impossible to know if he's Black American, if he's a Jamaican, if he could be of Haitian descent.
You mean he might be a tether?
Well, we can't know. It's difficult to know just based on the video. And also too, imagine what it is like to be a Walmart security guard. I mean, he's not making a lot of money. Maybe he had a bad day. There's so many ways you could frame it.
No. That's not the case because he recorded the video, not the guy that was
record
saying
it.
it.
Did he record it?
Of course, he was the one recording it, not the guy that is complaining, not the Ghana guy.
But how do you know
It was
he's
the
Ghanaian?
security officer that recorded the video.
Man, that's how like a lot of people on this platform are followers, man. They just listen and just follow. They just follow us. That's how you
Because
can tell who's a
the
follower.
security guy recorded the video. He posted it online on purpose. Because I don't see
Yeah,
the
to
video.
show people how ridiculous that guy was.
But I think it's a mistake to
Yeah, but Afidamos, you
make
have
a
a point though. That
victim.
guy too could be the security guy. Could have been to something else too. You know?
It's trying to tell
He could have been Nigerian, the security guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Of course, it might be also maybe
Jacob is something as a Nigerian guy. No, maybe so a Ghana guy. He changed his tone, right? He want to speak American. There's a hey.
Yeah, maybe.
I will say this: the security guard could have de-escalated the situation better. His attitude was didn't make sense to me. He could have just looked at the receipt and left it at that. But you know.
Yeah, but he left it at that. It was the African guy that kept saying he's doing it because he's African. You know, we're supposed to be brothers. We're both black. Like Chukwu, do you know how many people have caught with extra cookies or peanut butter in prison back in the days? And they try to pull the black card. And I always tell them, look, do you want me to change this and write it as a weapon?
But he's not a prisoner. He's a customer. So in some sense, he should be given.
I don't look. If I'm a security at Walmart, trust me, I'm treating everybody that gives me a hard time like a prisoner. Simple.
Guys, I want to make this point, right? Because you do realize that in recent times, actually, there was a Walmart that was shut down, I think, in Illinois, in Chicago to be precise, right? A lot of people were complaining, oh, why would they shut down Walmart over there? Because most people's livelihood depend on the jobs they get at the Walmart building over there, and also they go there for shopping. But because of theft and them running at losses, they had to shut it down, right? So I'm guessing maybe the security probably just trying to be tough, you know. He's trying to make sure like the building still stays. People just don't
Zongo.
making petty theft and just going with it.
Your job as a security is to observe. When you see things go down, you call police.
Okay. Do you have some knowledge about security?
Yeah, I have some knowledge about security. You don't have to be a top security. Go out in there. You don't have to stop everybody. Your job is to observe and report. Observe and report.
And report it to the police.
Even somebody steals from the store, like from Walmart, you don't have to chase the guy. You don't have nothing. Just go. If you can get the license plate, you can get. You don't have to do none of that. That's why Africans, when they come from the continent, they get a security job here in America. They try to be the toughest guy, and they wind up getting killed or attacked. Because that's not your job. Like if somebody, let's say you work at 7-Eleven, and they're trying to rob the place, all you gotta do, and they ask you a question, respond to the question, they take whatever they want, and you let them leave, and you report. How does the guy look? Dark skin, 6'7", whatever. That's your job. Your job is not to put yourself in danger as a security.
So having said what you just said, right? Because it seems to be it's contrary to what the security man did. So what do you think that security is really up to, though?
At Walmart,
holding video, like trying to shoot, like because there's
it's to deter. As a security officer, if you work inside a store or you work inside a facility, your job is to deter first. Yes, all they want you to do is to make your presence seen. That's it.
Okay.
You don't have to put yourself in, like I said, your job is not to put yourself in danger, arguing with people, trying to, no. Your job is not to do that. You ask politely. If they refuse, okay, you can ask for backup. You don't need to be engaging people like I'm trying to fix these people's problem here. That's not your job.
Zongo, the Galagachi Jollof have beat the Ghana Jollof right now. No, I'm honest to you. The Galagachi Jollof.
The James has kind of like brought a different perspective. I'm saying like St. James kind of brought a different perspective to this whole conversation. So
I was a top flight security back in the days, so I know.
trying to be a wannabe cop. Like he was doing too much. You know?
Yeah, it was doing.
Way too
That's
much.
what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly right. It was just doing too much.
Let's
I
bring
think he
in
was very.
IAS.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
IAS.
think. Yeah,
IAS,
yeah, yeah.
do you think the security was a race soldier?
No, I don't think so. I think he was just trying to be like he was just trying to intimidate the guy because the way his approach was very because I think somebody I think Idola said that he was trying to intimidate the guy because you see the guy is a very timid guy because he wouldn't do that to like somebody that he
Because
perceived to
he's
be like
is it because he's Ghanaian?
probably because he do look Ghanaian, you know what I mean, just to be honest, you know. So and I
Zongo
think
is trying to say he's not.
well, I mean, yeah, he do look Ghanaian, and I mean, it's nothing to. He could be in the state for a while now. That's why his accent is kind of like he can't really place somewhere yet from his accent.
Please, don't cause Zongo to divorce his FBA wife for this issue here.
Oh, Zongo got a FBA wife. Okay,
Zongo,
that's why he's right.
Zongo, do you have an FBA wife?
Hey
I
man,
don't think he's good.
proceed to your response, man.
Yeah. So I think the guy the security guy was kind of like he was trying to intimidate the guy because if he had done that to like a black, say he did that, what he did to that guy to a black American or somebody that was, if he would have done that to me, it would be like another problem. Like, you know what I mean? It would be a confrontation for me and him because he was very condescending to the guy. Because he
Like,
even
what
said,
do you mean? What do you mean it would be a
like,
problem?
like the way he approached the guy, because the guy was walking away, right, and he was following the guy. He was like he was saying something about, or he's stealing something here. Like he was like actually accusing the guy of stealing. After he even checked the guy when the guy was
But do you
leaving, he
think?
even said,
Do you see how dangerous that? If I was like the security, somebody like me, I might, you make it escalate. I might end up tasing you. That might give me the opportunity to tase you.
well, I think that's why he was trying to provoke the guy to respond to him for about something. I think that's what his
Oh
whole
no,
thing was.
for me, it don't take much to tase you or pepper spray you. That's just my
I
thing.
mean, and that could be a problem for you too, because as
Oh
security,
no,
you're
no,
not
no,
supposed
no.
to do that.
So I
Trust
see
me,
the problem.
I'm very
Because
good at writing.
Walmart doesn't give you the authority to tase anybody. All you gotta do is just you're not supposed to attack any if you find out somebody's stealing, you just gotta
If
report them. That's
someone is
what you can
stealing, you
do.
have to apprehend them if you're a security guard.
see,
But you can't do more than
Man,
that.
I see.
guys, you need a lot of people. Like when you see somebody stealing, you gotta call for backup. Like I said, that's the policy. You don't have to go engage the guy. If the guy pull a weapon, the security company might wind up getting sued. You
Guys, man,
understand? So
St. James knows.
so you gotta be careful.
these
I've
guys,
seen a
man,
lot of
like
Africa make a mistake thinking this is
exactly right.
Africa.
So,
It's not Africa. It's America. People go by policy over here.
and
You know?
like I mean, and that's the they get caught up with this the rhetoric that Kidolo started, right? It's just being like being calm in America helps you a lot, man. Trying to be tough all the time, you die most of the time in the U.S. A
Yeah, you
lot of
gotta know where
people
to be tough at. You know, what I mean, you gotta know that.
a lot of people have died going to the bar all trying to be tough, trying to stand on their ground. Sometimes you got to be smart to know how to react, so don't get caught up in the bullshit like what we understand about ourselves in the continent.
Guys, don't listen to Zongo. If you see me as the security, you better watch out because I'm tasing you and I'm pepper spraying you.
And sometimes
But Africans,
no. Sometimes when you walk around, you gotta show you gotta let people know that you're tough. Somebody can just approach that way. Because
No, you don't act. You don't act like tough. No, you gotta respond like you know something.
But
That's
Zongo,
no. What I'm saying is when
respond
you
like you
act
know
tough,
something. You
Zongo,
don't act tough.
that security guard would have exposed Walmart to a legal liability if he, if he escalated even further. This guy had a receipt for a jug of milk, and if this interaction was caught on video, you're looking at a lawsuit if he would have put
Exactly.
hands.
That's what I'm saying. Like instead of just resorting to like conflict as an approach, we have to rather educate our people how to be like
I mean,
they
let's
have to
be
know
real.
smart to have more
Who goes
information
to
to know how to
Walmart for a gallon of milk? Like,
exactly
unless
to
you
know how
live
to
next
defend
door.
themselves. No, defending yourself has to be based on
and,
knowledge,
and,
you
not
know what?
just
and
After that
sometimes
much, the guy
and
even
sometimes this security officer, they work with people upstairs, right? Loss prevention. If somebody's stealing, you can call on them and see if they got it on camera, and they will report to yes, we do. Then they will send back up. Then you will approach the guy and tell him, hey, we got you on camera taking this and that. We don't mind, retrieving the
Oh, so
items.
you guys see, so St. James, they have proof.
Right. If they have proof, they have to have that, because like they don't. Walmart doesn't want to get sued, right? Let's say you didn't see it properly. You get in there, the guy's like, no, I wasn't stealing, I was just putting it there. And the guy turn around and call the police on Walmart. What you guys gonna do?
Right.
Okay, after that much, if you play that video again in the beginning when the guy was approaching, it sound like he was accusing him already of stealing something.
Yeah, he had
So it's like,
he accused him. He
He
already
was accusing.
assumed it's on
Now,
something else.
that's why I say I don't know how to make of the video. These security guys at Walmart, they're not even supposed to be engaged. Like, their job is to check receipt.
Yeah.
The physical receipt in your hand, that's what they want. If you show them that, they let you go. I never seen them like ask any other question rather than your receipt. If one of us has seen it, maybe we can learn more about it, but I never.
Checking off the receipt is a recent phenomenon. Actually, it's something that just started recently, right?
No,
Absolutely.
It's been going on for a long time, man.
They've
It's
been
been going
doing
on a
that
long
for a
time.
long time.
When I was in Missouri State, they never did that in Missouri State.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about Missouri, but
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
I know they've always had like people at the door that check receipt, like these old guys.
They kind of varies from state to state, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
No, even
maybe-
even in Washington State, I don't want say where I stay exactly, but when I came here, like they weren't doing it all the time until when they had an issues whereby like their whole like self checking kind of shut down, and they started checking the receipts, But other than that,
They do that. Sometimes they do check your stuff. Sometimes they don't. Because I shop at Walmart all the time on like $1. I mean, I got money, but I still go to Walmart. You know what I mean? So
you don't have to explain.
Are
You don't have to.
Are you Ghanaian?
No,
you don't
I'm
have
sure.
to.
Me, na Salombo,
Oh, you're not Salon Bobo. Okay.
Yeah.
What is a Lombobo?
You don't have to
Yes.
explain
I did
yourself.
it, pa.
Kuse.
Yeah, Kushe, everybody.
Fine.
Because you can go to Walmart and buy, car parts,
But
cosmetics.
back in the day, working as security at Walmart was the easiest job, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's a quick
Guys,
40 hours.
Before we close out, I want to hear from you guys. What would be the advice?
Well, no.
Wait, hold on.
Machiavelli hasn't spoken yet.
Who?
Machiavelli or something.
Max Valley.
Machiavelli. Who is he?
Yeah, I'm here.
He's on panel.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Georgia.
where?
From Georgia.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
Mac?
Yeah.
Is this so, Mac? What do you make of one of the FBS being a race soldier to an African? What kind of racist thing is this, sir?
Well, first of all, I want to make an important distinction. That what happened, that wasn't racism, because we're all a part of the same race. Meaning that an Ethiopian, for instance, and a Dinka in South Sudan, they are both members of the same race, though they look very phenotypically different. You understand? That's an important distinction. That it's not racism, it's more prejudice or bigotry towards one another.
But this guy doing his job, remember.
Well, first of all, we don't know this guy's background, where he's from. He could be Dominican, from Dominican Republic.
No,
and the guy in the video, he looks Haitian, maybe.
Who? The victim, or quote unquote, the one pretending to be a victim.
Yeah, the one that was victimized, quote unquote. He looks like he could maybe be Haitian, so we don't know. It could have been a Dominican Haitian thing going on there. We don't know.
That's a good point.
We don't know the guy's background. Then second of all, he could be a guy who wanted to become a cop, for instance. He was very gung ho about becoming a police officer. Maybe he got rejected a lot of times.
Yeah,
So
they be
maybe
acting
he
like
has
that.
maybe he has a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
he saw a guy who looked, the guy was kind of small in stature, kind of short, so he decided, hey, let me go over here and pick on this guy. You know what I mean?
So
Because he
so
has
Mac,
that chip on
so
his shoulder.
you're saying the
Then too,
the officer
also
might be
here's another point. Also, here's another point. He may have just been trying to get clout. He saw it as an opportunity to get clout. He can make a video that
He sounds like a cop. I agree with that. He's like a
would
cloud
cause
chaser.
controversy because of what's going on in our present society with with the immigrants, a lot of the immigrants being here, migrants being here. So he said, hey, this is a chance for me to, get a viral video jumping
okay.
off.
Oh, he
Fine,
thought he
fine.
thought he thought one of
Hold on,
those immigrants is eating dogs or something like that.
hold on, Mac. Okay, Mac. What do
Nobody,
you
no,
make? But
nobody,
Mac,
nobody, nobody, nobody that's FBA believes
but
that
but
Haitians are
Mac,
eating dogs
Mac,
or cats, man.
Mac. He referred to himself as African, and the African people on the panel are saying he's Ghanaian. Because of he's shopping at Walmart and the way he's dressed. And
I mean,
You can't
hold on.
tell.
But he said it himself. Like, so do you think that guy he was just using the race card on the security guard, or because the security guard,
not
to be fair,
Afrodamas, not the race.
he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about Africans though.
Afrodamas, not the race
No,
card, the ethnicity card, not race.
Yeah, but okay,
We're part
fine.
of the same race. All
Okay,
part of the
Mark.
same race.
Okay,
That's
Mark.
important. That's important. Okay, very
Okay,
important.
Mark. Okay, fine. Okay, some people might not like how the security guard communicated, but can you accuse him
But
of saying he's like profiling the guy or using ethnicity? Can you
let
accuse him of
let
that?
let me help you understand something, Afrodamas. Even if that guy is FBA,
Yeah,
he's the type that if he ever got to a position where he could be a police officer, sheriff, or something like that, he
yeah.
would be doing the same thing the FBA is. He would be beating us
Right,
down, maybe
right.
shooting us in the street because he's that type. He seems like the type that he was probably bullied in high school by the tough kids. So he wanted to grow up and get in a position of law enforcement so
But
he
Mark,
could get some type of revenge or get back.
he's doing
It's
his
just
job.
he's just that type.
No,
It
no, no.
seems like he's just
After
because
he was very aggressive
if it
though.
had
yeah,
a
he was
listen,
unnecessarily aggressive.
yeah,
Yeah, he was
if it
very
had a
aggressive.
if
Okay,
it had a
okay,
been a,
Mark.
if it had a been a cool FBA like me, what I would have done, I would have walked up to him and said, hey man, I'm sorry, man, but, I got to do my job. You know what I'm saying? They
You
paying
see, so
they're
you
paying me
stop.
they're
So
paying me
you
these
stop.
peanuts. I got to do my
So
job, so I
so
got to
you
check it.
stop.
I gotta check your receipt, man. Sorry about that, man. I don't mean to call you out like that. That's what I
No,
would have done.
so you
And
stop.
most cool FBAs would have done that.
No, you
But
stop.
ones like him that have a chip on, I'm telling you, he has a chip on his shoulder. He
So
was
okay,
probably bullied in school, like I said. Probably, the thugs around his neighborhood probably beat him up every other day, you know, uh, roasting him every other day, and he wants to get some kind of get back.
Okay, so he probably
okay,
gonna go post that video to get some clout over it. So like he
Yeah,
said earlier.
it could have been that. He might
Yeah,
have
what he
he
did
might have
was
wanted to get
clouds
some
actually,
clout.
because he posted it. That was clouds. It was nothing but clouds,
okay.
pretty
Hold on,
much.
hold on, hold
Mm.
on, hold on. Let me ask Mac. So Mac, what do you make of corporate junkies' take on it? The YouTuber.
Oh, I didn't really watch his take. I just watched the
Well, he's
part where,
accusing FBA. See,
well, he's
Unless you
probably
have lived in
he's
the Western
probably a little.
enough and you lived
wait.
in a place like United States, and I have experienced this. I have experienced it countless times. I've had the most asinine, ignorant statements made to me by Black Americans. I've had the most upsetting questions asked of me by Black Americans. No one else asked me such prejudiced, racist, and disgusting questions as I've come to know from those who are from the Black American community. Do you understand this? So when I see that behavior, I know that that's a normal thing that happens on a day-to-day. But here's the reality of things. The reality of it is that other brother who works at Walmart, many who think like that is their level of economic class. The brother who he's harassing.
So, Mark, what do you make of him picking on all the blacks?
Well, I think maybe this is what I think. Maybe just recently he found out or he heard about the whole FBA thing, and I think it's a shock to his system. And I think he wants to voice some frustration about it because he doesn't understand it. Maybe he's a little confused.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Mark,
get confused by the question. He just
no,
said, I just got some funny question coming from a specific group of people.
Yeah,
Mark,
but
So
see,
it's
his experience. His experience.
let me finish and I let you talk. Just let me finish.
here's the thing.
Hold on. Just let me finish. Hear me out. Please hear me out. It is a lived experience, so you cannot. So let him. Right, it's a lived experience. So don't say, oh yeah, he's just like he's coming to contact with FBAs. No, this has been happening, and a lot of Africans have reported that about the questioning, the line of questioning they receive from a certain group of people here in America. This is true.
Mark, maybe it cannot be you, right?
That's very rare. Like that's
Mark,
very rare.
No,
to
Mark,
find an FBA who will react to an African or other black immigrant like that. Usually we're cool, man.
No, we cool. It's not a. Hold on. Let me finish. Can you let me finish my line of questioning, please? It's not about being cool. I was cool with people like in America. It's not like it's not. We don't negate the fact that we are cool. We are still cool while these questions are coming. You understand? So maybe there is a perception that certain people may have on us that we have to explain, or we have to do a better job at explaining certain things to people. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that a black American will come to me and is being disrespectful towards me or whatever the situation may be. No. It comes when we can be hanging out, having a good conversation, and these questions, they will slide these questions towards you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That guy on that show in particular, man. If he was just walking down the street, every FBA he would pass would probably think he was a black American. Not until he opened his mouth.
Guys,
and that's true. That's true for a lot of Nigerians.
Hold on, Mac.
And Ghanaians also. But then Mac. some others don't. You can tell pretty much that they're from Africa. But then others you can't really tell.
Hold on, guys. Mark just made the point that I was waiting for. He's correct. The FBA guy, or whoever, because we don't know if he's even FBA, the security guard, he don't know if this guy is, African or not. I was waiting for somebody to make that point.
But after that I got a question about that.
No, but Mark is right. Like if that guy didn't open his mouth, you wouldn't know.
I'm talking about the guy that's doing the show. I'm not talking about the guy in Walmart. You can obviously tell he's from a foreign lineage. That's my opinion.
You're talking about the Nigerian guy.
The victim. I'm talking about the guy that's doing the show, but the victim. They got victimized. You could obviously tell he's from a foreign lineage. You could obviously tell that.
No, even that guy, like that. I've seen black people, black FBA that are dark like that guy.
It wasn't so much his complexion. It was more so the way he dressed, and you could just tell.
His structure too. You can tell he's from Ghana.
His clothing is too colorful.
Yeah, it looks like. He's coming from
you may find some senior citizen FBAs that dress like that, but most
they come from the Zongo tribe, man. The Zongo.
Most FBAs they don't really dress like that,
It says Zongo tribe dress like that.
Yeah, man, the villagers one.
And I'm not even trying to be funny, but you could just tell that he was,
No, I mean, Mark is actually he's making a valid point, right? But I mean, coming back
So
to
I think that's why that's a
let
lot of
me
the
Wait,
reason why he walked
Mark,
up to the guy, I believe.
Let me
Mark,
say
let me
this.
ask you this, Mark. Mark, would you have been surprised if it were me? I was the security. I would have tased him. Are you surprised by that?
You would be in
Yeah, I
trouble
would
after
be
that much.
yeah, I would be surprised.
Huh?
You would
Yeah, I
be in
would be
trouble,
surprised.
man.
That wouldn't
No,
be good. That wouldn't be cool, man.
Alpha Damas, I know we did security and all that, man. We gotta let them brothers know, man. They don't give the tasers to anybody. You have to go through his thorough
But
training,
look, but
They're
look,
not gonna let you
here
have
here's
it.
another angle. Here's another angle I got for you. See that guy right there? He could be one of those like super gung ho about America type of blacks, almost
Right.
like what you could say a black redneck, and he has just a thing against immigrants. Period. He
He's a
got this
Tariq
thing.
Nasheed
Yeah,
fan. You can tell.
these immigrants. Yeah, they're coming in our country, and you know how they are. Ultra ultra patriotic, and
ultra conservative,
ultra
something.
American. Yeah, ultra conservative. He's probably that type too. It's
Also,
probably.
also,
To
also,
their credit,
And
also,
it probably could have been any immigrant.
no,
It could
to
have
their
been a
credit,
Hispanic immigrant, could have been an Asian immigrant, just any immigrant.
and
no,
you
to their
you
credit,
guys
they
missed
don't
the point.
confront Africans. They
You
don't
guys missed the
confront Africans like that. To their
you
credit.
guys you guys missed the point where he said, "This is our store. You can leave our store now."
Yes.
So
Thank
that's
you.
another point you guys missed.
He
Hold
So
wasn't.
I
on.
He
don't know what
wasn't.
you
He
guys thought of
wasn't.
that.
He wasn't talking about. He wasn't talking about FBAs. He probably was talking
Yes.
about just Americans in general. Because
Thank
FBAs, we
you.
don't.
No,
We
You know
don't
what,
own
he
any
was telling the
guys?
Walmart.
African guy
Guys.
that this is our store. Leave our store now.
No, no,
He
no.
missed off that
I
door.
hold
That's
on.
how.
Hold on.
That's how you know. That's how you know it was an American thing. It wasn't. It
Right.
wasn't an FBA
Thank
thing
you.
because
Thank
he
you,
said
guys.
this is our store.
Right.
That's how you know it wasn't FBA because we don't own any Walmarts. I mean, what do we really own in this country? Really,
Guys,
when you
guys,
really get
guys,
down to it.
Yeah, you want
guys.
a lot, bro.
Hold on.
Don't put
Hold
yourself
on.
No,
down, bro.
but when he said
Hold on.
our
I'm
Hold
not
on,
store,
putting
guys.
myself.
that
I'm not
was
putting
No.
myself down. It's just reality. I mean,
Guys, hold on. Guys. Mark is making
a
a
valid
very
point.
good point. Because this, even like corporate junkies take on it is like all black people are into the blackity black stuff. But Mark, what he's saying, I've worked with black people, like I was in government. There are black people, they don't roll by like the skin color thing. They go by the American thing. Like, you know, you are not American, like this is our thing. That's what they go by. So he's making a good point there.
I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
but Afrodamus, when he says that it's the American thing, he's saying it more so in the mind of a Caucasian American, a white person. He's not saying it like
Right.
us FBAs.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
not
got
saying
it.
it in that. He's leaning more towards that side, the
But
white American side.
Mark, are you FBA or
I
you're
got
African
it.
American?
no.
Yeah,
You can tell clearly he's not.
I'm FBA. Yeah,
Oh, you FBA?
yeah.
The ethnicity, the lineage, right? It's not FBA the
Well,
Tariq.
he's the most reasonable FBI I've ever
Yeah,
spoken
it's not
to.
the
No,
Tariq side.
are you a proponent of Tariq Nasheed? That's what I meant when
I
I
don't
said.
think so.
Listen, I don't. I've expressed this, plenty of times. I don't agree with some of the stuff he does, like with the videos and about
Listen,
must
funny,
and bush meat and all this and that. Because
the
see, here's my
thumbnails.
thing. Here's my thing. I'm a realist. Yeah, I'm a FBA, all of that good stuff. But you never know. In the future, one day, the way this country is going, we might need to flee to some other foreign country ourselves because things are looking like they could. Things are looking like they could get pretty bad in this country. So you never know.
You
That's
don't
why
need
I
It's
to
don't.
already happening, bro. It's already happening.
you don't need
White
to
people
be
already
fleeing to
fleeing too.
That's
Africa. You
why.
need to go to Africa. You don't need to flee to Africa. That's what we're trying to make it possible for you so you can go to Africa instead of fleeing.
Yeah, but Mark, I
No,
think you
but
kind of.
listen. The guy that just said that. Would you agree? The genocide in Rwanda. If Tutsis had of, left, if they were able to, if they were able to leave from Rwanda and come over here to America, and you said, well, yeah, you fled where you're from. You darn right they did. Look what was happening. Of course,
I'll flee. Shit.
anybody in their right mind would would try to get out of there.
Mark,
So
Mark,
flee.
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
flee. If a pit bull is chasing you with the intention to bite you, you're fleeing,
Of course.
right?
Of course. Yeah. Of course,
So,
I'll fly
I'm
away. Come on,
fleeing.
man.
I don't know about you. I'm fleeing. I'm
I just
getting the
want to
hell
ask you,
out of there.
wait. Let me ask you, Mark. I wanted to, because I think you still kind of like didn't address the question, like the video that Afidamos kind of played about the guy, the corporate junkie guy, right? He talked about his living experience. He's not speaking about FBA. He living in America and hearing some of the worst comment coming from Black Americans. And from your response, my inference is, you think generally Black Americans do not act that way. And that comes to this question: do you think the Black Americans, like, because you say you're from Georgia, right? Because being in
Yeah,
America, I heard a lot about the Southern culture. Because that's what I came to realize, that Black people from the South are different from people from Midwest and North and distant. So there might be a little bit of culture different. Assuming he stayed in the North side, maybe
very much, very much.
he was.
Northern blacks think they're better than us. Southern blacks.
Oh, okay. So it's
And
something
you
from the
do you
North.
notice? Do you notice that America is almost diametrically split, similar to Nigeria? You got Southerners, you got
Yeah, I
Northerners.
noticed that too.
The Southerners are mainly Christian, Black Christians, and the
Yeah.
Northerners are mainly Muslims. Same way.
Yeah. Yeah, just like
Mark,
New York
Mark,
blacks.
Mark, Mark, you see the differences. Like I live in the South, right? I live in Georgia. You see the way we got, you guys have it together in the South, right? Your first instinct when you see somebody that look like you try to connect, right? Within a second,
Yeah. See,
there is a connection already. You don't in the South you don't care to know if the guy is from 80 Africa. There is a deep connection already. So like
Mm.
the joke part, when that comes next, Africans are more receptive to that because there is already a connection. There is the how you doing, how are you, how's job? Oh, I'm getting off work, I'm getting to the bus stop, or I'm doing you see, there is a connection with
Yeah.
Africans. Like to me, when I got to the west,
okay.
to the south, that I felt that connection. So whatever joke that was coming my way, I'm looking at it like, okay, this is a friendly joke, or this is the friendly roast, or this is a friendly whatever. So I was cool with that. But when you go to the Midwest, no, or
New York or those
New York,
areas.
like you go east, they don't have those kind of connection per se. The first thing is roasting, clowning, and it's like, so you see, so
Listen,
these Africans are looking at it like, I don't even know you. I
Yeah.
don't. You see,
listen,
that's the
listen,
thing.
listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Northern blacks, they will call us, Bammers. That's a derogatory term they use for us, Bammers, country Bammers. Like we're slow. You know what I'm saying? We can't think and all this and that. But see, here's the truth of the matter. A black person from the South will run circles around a Northern black. Why? Because we're closer to the equator where we're supposed to be. Let me give you an example. If you take a if you take a leopard, for instance, and you put it in the middle of Antarctica, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that leopard is going to be able to survive or even be at its best?
Mm-mm.
No,
No
because
way.
he's not where he's supposed to be. See, we're closer to the equator, and Africans, you guys are really where you're supposed to be. So, in a lot of ways, you guys are smarter than us. But see, like I said, Northern blacks, they will look down on us Southern blacks, you know.
Man, that's
But
not
we'll
true
we'll
though. Come
run.
on now.
Yeah, it's true, man. I'm
No,
telling you.
I'm
Ja,
from the
ja,
north, bro.
ja,
What you talking about? That's not
ja.
true.
Listen, I know my people, man. It's
Look,
true. I'm
look,
telling
ja,
you.
That
But
is
look,
ja,
not true, bro.
ja,
Jai, it's
ja,
talking in terms of
ja, ja.
but
Hold
look,
on, hold on, guys. Hold
generality,
on,
not
guys.
just.
Hold on, guys. Ja, you can't deny that. Mark
No,
is
it's not
telling
true.
the
I
truth.
think what I
No,
think a
it
lot of
is
people from the
true. No,
south.
Ja,
it is
I think a
Ja,
true.
lot of
He's
people.
telling the
Nah,
I
can
truth.
know
I
my
can I
people,
say
man. I
something?
know my people. I guarantee,
I know my people as
I
well.
guarantee, I guarantee you. Check this out.
Ja,
If
he's
you
Let,
go,
telling
if
the
you go
truth.
on a job, right, and you got a bunch of Northern blacks or Midwestern blacks, then you got some Southern blacks, and a person from Africa, or they can even come from the Caribbean or another, Cuba, something like that, a Hispanic island. I guarantee you, they're going to gravitate more toward the Southern blacks than they will the Northern blacks.
So
That's
let
a
me
I
ask
fact.
you.
can every
That's a
every
fact.
time,
Hold on.
Let
Wait,
me
It
wait.
happened
ask,
to me when I
every
was in the
time.
military, man. It
Guys.
happened to me when I was in the
Hold on,
military.
guys.
So that's a
let
fact.
me
Hold on, guys.
let me ask you this, guys,
Wait.
man.
No,
Would you consider
Zongo, wait. Zongo.
LA,
Wait.
California, a
Zongo.
Southern black, someone from
Hold on.
California?
Hold
Yes,
on.
because most of the blacks
Hold on,
from
guys.
in LA, they came from the South.
Hold on.
Listen,
Hold
all of
on.
the blacks in this country came from the South. What are you talking about, bro?
Hold on,
No, but
guys.
what I'm saying is more recent.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think that
No.
misconception you guys have, like people in the
What
South
I'm
have about
saying
people in the
is,
South. I think that's
Let him
specific to
finish.
like New York City.
hold on, guys.
New York City.
Guys.
But
Ja,
let me ask Ola, is a
Mark,
hold
Nigerian
on.
here?
let the host
Mark,
speak. Let
hold
the
on.
host speak. Let the host speak.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, what Mark is saying is true. I've seen it when I worked for the state. The black people that are from the South, directly like Louisiana, Atlanta, Alabama, like those are the ones that really do get along more with Africans directly.
That's your perspective. Because
If they are
Michael,
from
No, that's
Mike
true.
no,
It
sees it
happens to me
different.
too. That's true, man. It happens
the
to me as
ones
well. I
from
got
the
my own
north,
experience on
the
that.
But
ones from the
you know what,
north.
Mike
Hold on,
Olawale, he says that he has
no,
more of a
ja,
connection with the East
wait,
than he does with the
no,
South. So
hold
it
on,
depends on the
no,
individual, honestly.
no. The longer they're from, like, if they're from the West Coast, I mean, no, West Coast blacks also tend to, you know,
Act like New York blacks.
yeah, but definitely the South, they see themselves, they get along more with
No, I
Africans.
feel
Yeah,
I'm
they more
agree with you.
If
grounded.
you
Hold on.
if
Can I
That's
respond to
that's
that?
if
that's
Can I
if
say
that's
something
ten
real
thousand.
quick?
listen
That's 10,000%,
listen
bro.
if
Alpha
an
is
Af-
Hold on. Can I say
listen
something real quick? Can I say
if
something
an
real quick? Because
African
I think sometimes people from the South or in general, right? They tend to look at everyone from the North as being from New York City, and that's not true. Like where I'm from Boston. We don't have the same attitude or characteristics as people from New York City, and in fact, we have a rivalry with them as well. So I
but
think
And Jack,
you come
hey,
from an
Jack, it's not.
It's
It's not a
lineage
bad
though.
thing. It's
You come
just a
from an
cultural
African
thing. It's not
lineage
a
though.
bad thing,
bro.
really.
I'm African
It's
I'm
the
talking
American. What are you
cultural
about
talking
thing,
about?
I'm
man.
talking about FBAs, how we are. I know how
I'm
we are,
African
man.
American, bro. What are you talking about? I know. You feel me? I'm
Alpha,
African.
can I say something?
You're African American.
Go ahead, St.
Yeah.
James. Go ahead.
What you said is very true. When I was like I lived in New York for a minute, right?
All right.
When I was going to Georgia, I got on Greyhound, right? Let me tell you something. The morning you get to New York to get to the bus stop, right? You don't even get no hello, no how you doing, no anything, right? As I'm traveling towards Georgia, so I passed a few cities and states, and the first day I got to Georgia, so I got my New York mindset, right? Don't give a damn about nobody. Don't give a I'm not even trying to say hi to
Yeah, it's a
nobody, right?
cultural thing. It's not a
Right,
bad thing. You know what
right.
I mean?
I'm getting off the bus, right? You know how many
Regional,
people say hi to me?
regionally and cultural thing.
Right.
Region.
Hi, how you
But the
doing? How
thing,
you doing,
Zongo, it's
sir?
not even
Hi, how you
originally.
doing, sir?
It's a New York
Yeah,
City thing, bro. It's
Right.
not.
listen.
I'm
It's not
looking
a up
at
north
I'm
thing.
looking
It's a
at
New York
people.
City thing.
I'm asking myself, like, do these people know me? It's like instantly, like everybody's like, hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
this is where I need to be because the connect. You felt it. It's like, oh wow, these people are open, very open for a
Alfredo,
conversation.
listen,
yeah,
So that's
listen.
Alfredo,
what we're trying to
But
explain here. That's
Saint James, the
You
same way
can
you
go
had
to
that same connection when I was younger and I used to go to New York City. Like I noticed that too. Like they don't say they just more ruder. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. So
I
yeah.
think it's
that's
a New
what they're
York City
talking
thing, and
about,
I
man.
think
hey hey
people from the
guy.
South or the rest of the country
but
they tend
guys,
to look at everyone from the North as being from New York City when
let me
it's just
seek
not true.
for
You
let
know?
me seek for a clarification because when you said West Coast, I was a little bit confused. One of the clarification. Would you consider like Southern West Coast like California as part of the
Yeah,
South, or like as
Yeah,
part of the South?
California. They
California,
most of them are recent
yeah,
immigrants from the
Oregon.
South. They came from the South in maybe like the
No, I'm saying like
1950s,
I'm saying because like
1960s.
what you I'm saying when you speak about the because I mean we speak about like the Southern culture of being nice because California is Southern West, right? It's West South, right? So I'm saying would you consider that
Southwest.
as yeah? Would you consider them as part of like the ones having the Southern culture too as well, like with the being nice and something like that?
Most of their relatives are in the South. Like
Oh,
Snoop Dogg, for instance, his people are from Mississippi.
oh, so you
Yeah,
don't consider
remember?
Cali to be in Southwest? You don't call it Deep South? You don't, because Georgia is like southern east, southeast, right? I mean,
Zongo,
No,
California is in the
it's the
West
South.
Coast.
California is
But
south
listen,
too. It's south. It's
No, it's
southwest.
West Coast. West Coast.
but
No,
listen,
it's southwest.
there are certain places in the South, like in Mississippi, for instance, like in the real deep parts of Mississippi, what we call the country. An African could go there, and they would pretty much feel like, you know, I don't want to assume, but I would imagine they would pretty much feel like, man, this is almost like home.
And,
You see what
and
I'm
like
saying?
I
Because
like the fact
a
that
lot
you
of
say
times,
that. Can I say
in the
something
deep
quick?
South, see, Tariq talk about bushmeat and all like that. It's people in the deep South. Some of our foreparents,
I still eat bush meat.
they ate, you know, they hunted possum, you know what I'm saying, raccoon,
Raccoon,
you
rabbit.
know, things like that. You know what I mean?
Alligators and stuff like
So
that.
yeah,
Snake.
it's not unusual in the deep South, you know,
Yeah,
for
they
them to
eat
eat
snake.
alligator
There's a
or
YouTuber
possum.
that does something about snakes. They were eating snakes. I was shocked though. I mean, like they eat snakes too, like even snakes and
Yeah,
alligators.
Yeah,
yeah. It
so
depends. It depends on the
so
type of snake,
my
though.
thing is that's why I don't engage in all of that. Like when I say I'm FBA, I don't say it from a standpoint that I'm better than you, or you know, or whatever. Because
In
like I
terms of
said, you
culture.
never know. There may come a time when we have to leave and go somewhere else. Then what? Like suppose something like very drastic here happened, and the ones that's saying all of this stuff about, yeah, you fled and all this and that, they had to wind up going over to Africa or somewhere, and then they're gonna
No,
be sitting up there looking stupid, like,
Now they will
everybody
come
has
and
because
say
then
that
you
they
can
will
everybody
say
come
is
back.
what,
That's
flying.
also
because
Everybody
what they
has
would
to
do.
go
then
Hold
somewhere.
on,
You know what I mean?
because then you
guys.
can say,
Guys.
what happened?
All right, guys. Let's do our closing statements. Um, let's start with Nigerian first. Go ahead, Nigerian first.
Man, after that was the show is getting interesting, and then you just wanted to just close it.
Well, I know we've been here 3 hours, but I have
Make
to
it
go.
to
Yeah.
make it to 4.
No, I gotta take care of some stuff, but
After that, must gotta go get snow
What
bunny.
you?
You know what
Hey,
I
what you want a super
mean?
chat or something? Afrodamus?
Afrodamus, you're sounding real American right now.
uh-huh. What?
After that, must gotta go take care of snow bunny. You know what I
You're
mean?
losing your culture. You're losing your culture, Afrodamus.
Hey, I've been here a
That's
while.
that's not how we do. That's not how we do in Africa. We
Because he guys
fellowship.
black card. He guys black
We
card. That's
fellowship
why
and
it's sounding like
we
that.
fellowship. We counsel among each other. You sound a
Man,
real American.
it's Sunday, man. We got there's a lot more things on the agenda, but
Yeah,
American
say it like
first,
a
are
true
you there?
American.
No, let's go to Kidola since
Yeah,
we're
okay,
done.
yeah. I learned a lot from I also learned a lot from Ja. Um I think let me just give fun. I think the South of because they feel more African than the ones in the North. Let's just be honest. Maybe because that's like huge cities, a rat race. I think being me myself in the South, I know how I was being received. You understand me? And
After,
the
do a
hospitality
shut up.
was
You just a follower who follows our Afrodamus, man. Shut up over there.
no, bro. No. I don't want to mention the guy. The guy name is called Tracy. You understand me? Um, it was cool. How do you see? Is Florida? I think Florida is also from the south, right?
Who?
Yeah, Florida.
Florida, yeah, that's
Yeah,
south.
Florida is considered
That's
South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
south. Yeah, because
I wish like a lot of these Africans like the guy what is his name, the guy who did the show about
Corporate
this
junkie.
corporate junkie, right? He would just say where he stayed in the U.S. so we can actually get like a deeper perspective. Oh, we see why his thinking is coming from, because instead
Zogo,
of just generalizing all blacks, when in reality, when you meet blacks
No, he,
regionally,
he wasn't generalizing. He wasn't he was separating them. He was separating them. He said he
no, no,
has
no,
some. He didn't say all of
No,
them.
he generalized them
he's
though. To
generalizing,
be
he said
honest,
blacks, because he didn't tell
Nah,
like
I,
the
I didn't get that. I didn't get that. He didn't generalize.
Guys, allow
let me end up
Kidola
saying, I think
to
corporate
give
joke is just
his point of view.
crazy on his own. I think the truth is we are Bible good people. I think I've come across a lot of good Black Americans. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Jai is one of them I've met in this YouTube street.
Ja is a terror though.
You know,
He's a Jamaican, man. He's a
no,
Jamaican.
to be honest, Ja look a little bit. You know, maybe because it's from the Geechee people.
No,
Now the
but
Geechee,
according to the black rules, the FBA rules.
the Geechee Jollof have already overtaken the Ghana Jollof. So, 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 so I think Mark. I learned a lot from Mark. You know, yeah, we
Mark
have
is a
good and bad people.
colonizer.
No,
Eh?
I heard a lot
Mark
about the
is a
Southern culture.
colonizer. Mark is a
No, no, I'm
colonizer.
not. No, I'm not. Not at all, man.
No. I
I'm
think
a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm in. I don't know how I could put it.
Mark's great grandpa is from Scotland. Just so you
I'm
know.
a, I'm a pan Africanist at heart who's
So,
realized that it's
So,
better.
Mark,
It's better that we delineate because I
but
think that would help.
Mark, what
That would
about
help us
what about
all more in the long run. That's all it
Mark?
is.
Mark, what
so
about Grandpa Jimmy?
Mark, let me tell you one thing though. Like even like here, like where I stay, right? Like most of my African American friends, they come from LA. Yeah, like super cool. That's why I wanted to say, like, ask you, like, would you consider LA like very southern, right? And also, like, there's another guy that I met from Georgia. I mean, he was super nice. He let me even speak to his dad about when he like he was just beyond our level. But
That's the thing.
a lot of the rhetoric that I do here is mostly from the media. I haven't been to the Northeast before, so I don't really tell. And most of the Africans that have stayed here for that long, their
It,
experiences
But
haven't
Zongo,
actually.
hold on, guys,
there's a such thing as Southern hospitality. It's
Yeah,
real.
I've heard that. Yeah.
It's
can
real.
you allow Kidola to finish his closing statement? Because I
Zo
gotta
zo 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 Zogo, when you have time, try to visit where this guy talk about, see the deep south,
No, no, you hear it. It's
whereby
part of.
Zongo,
Let
let
me
him
say.
finish. Zongo, let him finish. You
so
get to
that
talk.
you can drink they do their own wine there. They eat their food there. I think their food is pretty nice. Also, I don't like the cornbread. So I've tasted that. That's what I don't like. I think generally, let me conclude now. We are bad and good people. I think the African Americans, they are our cousins, lost cousins. I think we try to unite. If you go to Nigeria now, a lot of these girls are flocking in, saying their boyfriends. Their boyfriends are very crazy about them. So I think one day we'll come back. The bridge will be gap. I think one love for me and them, man. Thank you for
Thank
that,
you.
much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kidola. All right, Zongo, go ahead, Zongo.
Yeah, I mean, I think the latter part of the show was more interesting. I think it kind of give nuances to the whole like topic. It help like people. I mean, living in America that haven't been in other regions to get a better understanding of like Black Americans instead of just always trying to generalize it. And a lot of the times, most Africans project their experiences on others, right? Which is not really fair. It just makes it very hard for the newer ones to actually assess Black Americans and judge them based on individual basis or based on the region where they come from, so that they will know how to even relate to them when they go to those places. So I really enjoy that. I wish Fernandes could have extended that, but he didn't want it to Mark to give a more proper perspective, or Jar to also give his insight on the region where he comes from, so that we all can learn. But other than that, it was just a great show. Our Fernandes as usual. We enjoyed it, and St. James, yeah. I know we might have our differences. I know you still say you have smoke because Carla comes from Northeast. That's why he has that kind of rhetoric, right?
He can go to
Mark
hell, bro. He can go to hell.
Mark is different from Carla, and then even like on Kaiser's channel, there's this guy that came from Texas. He was also calm and super chill as well. So that's what I've noticed, even though I haven't been to the south yet. So great show, Alfredamus, and
Thank you.
No,
peace.
Alphadamus, let me
Thank
tell
you.
you before I know it's
Go
closing. I
ahead.
just want to
Go
say
ahead,
one
Femi.
sentence to Zongo, right? Zongo, I like the fact that when you talk about the newcomers, like Africans coming to the state, right, trying to make their own connection, and nobody here been here for 20 years is gonna, guide you to how to make your friends. You make your friends and you make your own decisions, and then you can come and school us back, right? Because that's what it's supposed to be. You don't have to tell other people. You the way that you don't want people who've been here for years to judge you guys, like because you guys are just newcomer. The same way you shouldn't be applying that to the guys who've been here for a very long time. They have their reasons, and then we can work the reason out if you want that. You understand?
Fact.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go, Alfredamus.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say is that what I wanted to stress really by coming on here is saying that when we have disagreements and we have little arguments, maybe even fights, it's not a racial thing because we're all part of the same race. Even though a lot of us are phenotypically different, like for instance, an Ethiopian looks very different from a Dinka in the South Sudan, but we're members of the same race because we all have woolly hair and melaninated skin. So it's not a racial thing, it's a prejudicial thing, it's being a bigoted type of thing. And, we have our ethnic differences, but if we could learn to just see ourselves as just being part of the same race first and unite on the basis of that and try to understand each other on the basis of that first, and then the ethnic differences can come later, because that's mostly what we argue about. We have differences about is really ethnicity and slight phenotypical differences between us. Like we'll say, oh, that one there, he's from Ethiopia. He has a big forehead. Ha 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 ha. Stuff like that, silly stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if we can unite on that basis, it's better. And like that security guard guy, like I said, man, it could have been a lot of things going on with him. It's not him just being FBA if he is FBA. It's a lot of other nuances. Like I said, he could have a chip on his shoulder. He may have even been Dominican and thought the guy was Haitian, and it could have been a whole Dominican Haitian type thing. you know then it could have been he's bitter because he wants to be a policeman, he wants to be a sheriff, move up in the law enforcement field, and he hasn't had that opportunity, so he's just bitter, and he's gonna, any black person he sees, he's gonna take it out on them, that type of thing.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for coming.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, thank you
All
for
right,
having me.
let's
Let me
bring in
go.
IAS. Go ahead, IAS.
Yeah, thank you. So, just to go back to that video, I don't think the guy, the FBA. Well, we don't know if he's FBA or not. I don't think he was being a race soldier. I think he was just being aggressive, and I think he was just trying to some type of way. I don't know what it is, but I think he's trying
He's
to
doing his
humiliate the guy.
job, right?
Now, he was doing too much though. He was very aggressive because even customer service, you don't approach people like that if you're doing customer service.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Or did
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Like he has poor customer service if he's like you're not supposed to be approaching somebody like that because he was very aggressive, he was very rude, he was very, very condescending. It's like he was looking down on the guy he was talking to him. So that's why I say if it was me, we would have a clash. But yeah, just to speak on the FBA thing and the African thing, it's like it's an ongoing thing because I've been in the States for a while now, and I've been told to go back to Africa by some Black Americans, but I don't take that serious because it's just like what I mean, like you said, or like somebody was saying earlier, some because some of those people like close friends, so I don't really take it like that. So some people, like somebody that might just come from Africa, he might take it really serious and take it to heart. So that's one thing.
Mac, can you hear me?
I think he's gone already.
Mac, can you hear me? Oh,
I think
no.
he's gone.
Sorry. IS, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Na whose part you come out for na salon?
Freetown, because I mean,
Okay, you're not Freetown, you come on. Okay.
Yeah, Freetown. Okay. Yeah, so it's like me being from Freetown and coming over here. So I can see the difference between, because when I was in the military here, right, in the US, I was in the military in the US, right. I met a lot of Black Americans. I met this Black American from North Carolina, right. This guy, he's my best friend. He became my best friend, right. He was chasing me around like in the military because everywhere I go, it's like I look just like his cousin, man. I look just like his cousin. So it's like he wanted to invite me over there, everything. So it kind of depends the person that you met, you know what I mean. So it's not, all of them are not the same. Just like Africans are not the same. We have difference between East, West, South, North Africans. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing in America. You have South blacks, you have Northern blacks. All these people are different. So yeah,
Are
so
you
I just
Al
want to stop
cousin?
there. You said what now?
Are you related to Al?
Al? No. I'm not related to him. He's just he's from Sierra Leone too, I think. Yeah.
So IS, like for example, like I'm sure you've met people maybe from other parts of Africa, Sierra Leone, or Gambia or whatever. So
yeah,
like me, right?
Yeah.
Na Sefadu Akomo Koidu.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I've been to Gambia too. I was in Gambia too for a while.
Yeah, yeah. So for example, you see, like my experience is extensive.
Mm-hmm.
Even across West Africa, especially Sierra Leone.
Yeah, you say
So
you used to live in Kono, right?
yeah. So you
Kono,
would see
okay.
that my experience, my approach to things will be different than most people because it's diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Fadama, you know I'm going to ask the question, right?
Go ahead.
You know I'm going to have to ask a question. You know that question, right?
Go for it.
My man. So, what's your thought about the situation that happened? Just give me a brief summary of the situation in Sierra Leone. What's your thought about the Burkinabes that came there?
You asked me
Yes.
when did they come over there? Are you
He's
talking about
talking
the
about the war
Do you
time.
have any knowledge about any group of people that came to Sierra Leone?
Well, I heard about it, but I'm not really sure because I was in there during the wartime. I was in there. I was part of the people in the war during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah. So I don't
So, what
really
did you
know.
hear? Though?
Well,
What did you hear?
St. James, he's from Freetown,
Mm-hmm.
so he wouldn't have much
Oh, okay.
knowledge because the war came to them later.
Yeah, it came
Oh,
to us
okay.
too. It came
Where I come from,
Kono
we
area.
Kono,
Yeah.
we are the ones that are able to talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he was right next to
What
Liberia.
did you
What
hear?
came to us
What did
from
you hear?
Liberia.
Yeah, because I live next to Liberia. I'm not too
Mm-hmm.
like I used to live close to Liberia.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this was a situation between the people of Sierra Leone, right?
Yeah, from what I know, is like the war it started. Chelsea pretty much brought war over there. That from what I know, I don't know about the Burkina Faso part of it, but I know it was a fight
Because
between.
the Burkinabe, so like they brought the Burkinabe, you know, mercenaries. So for people like me
Okay.
that lived close to the Liberian border where the diamonds are,
Yeah,
uh,
because
like we experienced,
I lost a lot of friends during that war.
yeah, we
So
experienced the mercenaries. So
So
mm.
Apadama, so you came across the Burkina Faso?
yeah.
What name? What name were they giving you?
I mean, no, these guys were just they are there to they are paid to come and
Mhm.
fight a war, and that's
so
all they
so,
were.
so Saint James, can you tell me a little bit about Burkina Faso? Because I never heard of them
Well,
like
I
that.
learned that in America. That's the thing. I didn't
Yeah.
know the implication of certain people of my country, Sierra Leone. For Liberia, I kind of know about that, but for Sierra Leone, I was really not privy to that. So I learned that I've seen the war in Sierra Leone. I've seen it, but I didn't know there was our people, like some of our people, were there to fight. I didn't know that part. To be honest with you, I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a rumors about it, but they didn't tell us any much. They were telling us like they'll bring people from all this, like especially then Burkina Faso was coming up back in the days. But I didn't really think about it that much because I was young, and then what I mean, it didn't ring bell to me that time
Yeah,
that
but we
much.
do have Sierra Leoneans that believe that my country has a lot to do with the war, and when the people got in there, they participated in the killing and the massacre of civilians. So some of them are holding it against the
Burkina
people.
Faso.
Yes, and to me, to be honest with you, I am like anybody that participated, in any
Uh,
sort of killing or whatever. We are open to for any judgment, or whatever that Sierra Leone would need. We
no, no,
have a
no. Were
different
they fight? Were
president.
they fighting under the REF? Were they fighting under the REF or under the army?
That's what I don't know. That's why I'm asking, because Alfredamus is here. I asked him many questions about it because I was very young at that time, so I didn't know anything. So, but I did
Yeah.
know our president was going. He was a rogue president. Most of everything that happened in West Africa at that time,
Mm-hmm.
related to war. Yeah, he had an implication into that. Yes, it did. But you have to look at it like he was doing somebody else bidding. He was
Yeah,
definitely.
you can't blame the country about that. I
No,
heard
no, no.
about foreign
But
fighters. You know what I
the
mean?
resentment that I got was a resentment towards the people of that country. It wasn't towards the guy that participated in it. You see what I'm saying? It was a resentment towards the
Okay,
people. You see,
guys, I have to run because my
Okay, man. That's
meeting. I have a meeting online that
okay.
I just
Thank
saw.
you.
I'm only few minutes away. I'm like a minute away from it. I have to go.
that's what's up, man. No, I don't. Yeah, I didn't get to make much of the video, but I do believe, no, as a security guard, your job is
Yeah.
to, observe and report. You don't have to show too much. You have to hold your job. Nobody would even be mad at you if you can't, like, if certain people are leaving the store without paying. It's not going to fall on you. You do what you can do and then you leave. So for the African, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't even have a conversation with like somebody who's checking my ticket at any exit. Like if I go inside a Walmart, I'm going out, you check my ticket. That's it. The fact that I'm being stopped doesn't really bother me. I'm good. You see, I'm not going to talk about race or ethnicity or whatever. I don't need none of that, And for the like we were saying, I mean, the best connection of Africans is from the South. I'm not going to lie to you. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Big flex, my swole up. Double cup and I'm pulled up. Niggas hating like hold up. What's the problem? I'm pulled